Tick-tock, the clock counts away. Jeranism is about to improve your day. That's what he do when he performing at the highest. You'll be telling all your friends about how he is the prize. Get hype, get up, time to learn something new. 5 minutes left, so do what you gotta do. Grab a drink, text a homie, smash the like, share the show. It's almost time that he goes live from the studio. Ooh, you feel that energy rising? Nothing but the truth, we are never compromising. Open your mind, let's take a ride. Jaren's almost here and the crowd's electrified. Lights down low, crowd tuned in. Truth unlocked, let the show begin. Red pill, take a no, fake a no, shill. Jaren ain't no sellout, he always keeping it real. What's fact that was black, it was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. Always honest and sometimes right. He's seen the lies and he fought the fight. Now he's on a mission here to flip the game. While he's been growing, you're remaining the same. Looking for the best, you got the place right. Home court advantage for Mr. Friday Night. Always push forward, leave the lies behind. Dig a little deeper and see what you can find. He's been around, he's seen it all. 10 years of flat back to that ball. Share the show, smash the like. Ooh, Jaren's on tonight. Ooh, open up your eyes. Pay attention to the size. Earth's too big to see the curve. Eyes up here, you got some nerve. Was flat, but that was black, it was fake out the gate. Globes a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. Grab your drink, take a seat, let one up, move to the beat. You will laugh, you will cry to find the truth, expose the lies. It's not flat, now it's clear, he was wrong for hella years. He just could not come to grips with living on the spears. Secret tricks, I ain't blind, truth over hype, I stay prime. Think for myself, won't cosign, do what's right, never fall in line. Skeptic minded, I break through, no brainwash, just straight truth. Fast talk, don't make facts real, show receipts, so there's no deal. So buckle up, buckle in, the show is about to begin. Time to face facts, you know the earth, it ain't flat. Once you go flat, only the cool go back. What's flat, but that was black, it was fake out the gate. Globes a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. He's a man who admits his mistakes. The mother little boy just saying T if he was fake. Waiting on the man, myth, legend, and host of the show. The show's about to start. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, Friday night, the vibe just right. Always honest, sometimes right my plight. We can hear the hustle unwind. Kick back, chillax, leave the grind behind. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. Unplugged from the chaos, remote control. Soul on pause, now I take the stroll. Breathing deep, city's heartbeat slow. Find my peace in the urban glow. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. Honey in my tea, rhythm in my veins. We can remedy for weekday strains. Lyrics lace the night, moon spotlight. Unplugged symphony till the daylight. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. Unplugged from the chaos, remote control. Soul on pause, now I take the stroll. Breathing deep, city's heartbeat slow. Find my peace in the urban glow. Unplugged from the chaos, remote control. Soul on pause, now I take the stroll. Breathing deep, city's heartbeat slow. Find my peace in the urban glow.
You guys ready?
Honey in my tea, rhythm in my veins. Weekend remedy for weekday strains. Lyrics lace the night, moon spotlight. Unplugged symphony till the daylight.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
F you to the grind. F you to
We've
the
got
worry.
a few seconds of this song left.
F you to the noise. F you to the hype. F you to the dream we're living life. F you to the stress. F you to the grind. F you to the worry. Ease your mind. F you to the noise. F you to the hype. F you to the dream we're living life.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Jeranism. Friday Unplugged. Episode number 11. Why is that my favorite number? Well, because it's half of my favorite number, 22. Makes sense, doesn't it? And because I was married on 11/11/11. And because, I don't know, a lot of other reasons. But then you find out that there's some bad stuff that goes with those numbers. But you know what? I don't care about that. So welcome to the show. It is episode number 11. It is the 21st of March. Sorry I'm late. We had an appointment for Mavi, and I could have just had my wife go, but she's Asian. So, her driving is just... not saying anything about it. I'm just saying that it's better if I drive. So anyway, we got back. We're here. Everybody's happy. Everybody's good. No problems. We are starting. Be it late, it's still starting. We've got... the title is The Top 20 Reasons You Should Flip from Flat to Globe. And this is kind of my, my, whatever you want to call it, contribution. Hopefully people will take this if you're a flat earther and you will demolish me and show me how every one of these is wrong. And then we'll go from there. However, I don't think you'll be able to do that because we know what flat earthers do. They just say, doesn't matter, it's fake. That's not a proof. We decide what's evidence and what's not. Sorry, I'm clipping 1 second. Turn my volume down a bit. Maybe there. Is that any better? Yeah, we're good. Hopefully it's a 5 by in the audience. Hopefully you guys, let me look at the chat. We had a poll. Let's check out the poll, shall we? The poll question was, did TFE do any damage to flat earth? Is there a mass exodus? And the options were yes, just a few people, no big deal. Yes, much damage and many are flipping. We've got no damage at all. And no, anyone who has flipped was paid. So those are your options. Let's look at the percentages. We've got just a few people, no big deal, is 18%. The overwhelming majority is yes, much damage and many flipping, 62%, which is, if you looked at my email box or people that have reached out that are just, I don't want to call them no names, but they're, you wouldn't recognize their name. There are many people falling to the wayside. No damage at all, 11%. Okay. And no damage. Anyone who has flipped was paid. 8% of people don't understand how the world works. So if you think that's how the world works, let me explain to you why it's not. If the government has secrets, which they do, the best way to keep those secrets is to keep them. Okay. It is not to go out and find people that were rallying for 10 years against you and say, hey, Jaren, we know that you've believed in the flat earth for 10 years and you've been anti-globe and you hate everything about it. So what we've decided to do is tell you that you're right. You're right. The earth is flat. And so because you're causing too much drama, too much trouble, we're going to offer you multiple millions of dollars to go off and live somewhere. And we're just very smart. We know that you'll never meet somebody at a coffee shop. You'll never send a letter to somebody and tell them that we paid you off and that the truth is that the earth's flat. Because we figured the best way to keep this under wraps is to tell as many people as possible and just pay them off. And we can always depend on them keeping a secret. I mean, that's the best way for us to keep. No, the way that they keep secrets is they don't tell anybody. Do you understand? So being paid off is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. When you're just talking about the government's just going around just giving people money and saying, hey, don't say anything, we trust you. And even if they said, if you say anything, we'll kill you, we'll kill your family. Okay, well, they still can't keep tabs on you at all times. If you go to a grocery store and see Bob in the corner, and Bob, hey, I got paid a bunch of money by NASA because they've been faking the shape of the earth. Go tell everybody. It's just unrealistic. Unrealistic to think that. But again, it's only 8%, so it's not that bad. 8% of the public is unrealistic. So what are you going to do? See hi to people in the chat. What do we got? We got Nick Havoc in the house. He got paid. Well, of course. Nick, you just ruined my whole intro. God bless it. Nick did get something. I mean, Patricia got something. Paul got something. Everybody got something. It's just not me. which is unfortunate. But I guess it's in the mail. No. Nick, how you doing? I'm the Craig in the house. What's up? He's flush with cash. There you go. That's what you get. Stop saying the secret part out loud. My bad, DPD Punks in the house. What's up? How are you? We've got the top 20 is going to be great today. Look forward to that. We've got 11th Hour Workers says you can't say the same thing twice. Okay. Sean Patrick says controlled opposition never happens. No, that's not what I said. If you're talking about controlled opposition, you're usually talking about some sort of government agent. So you think I've been here for 10 years as an agent? It's so dumb. It's so painfully dumb. And here's the way that you would know is if the flat earth was true, they would have contributed something to humanity in 10 years. Okay. In 10 years, wouldn't you contribute something so that we can say, hey, at least we did this. Remember, we figured out this. We saw this. We have nothing. We have nothing. Okay. And eventually you have to get to the point where you're like, well, it probably means something. It probably means something that we got nothing. So that's the problem is that people don't see the actual underlying obviousness of this. And we're going to go through it with the top 20 today. And then what we'll do after that is we'll do an AMA where you guys can I'll open up the ask questions section of the chat, and we'll do that. And that'll be basically today's show. And this is kind of my last show that I'm going to be doing addressing to flat earthers. They're not watching anymore anyway. And we'll talk about, what Dave Weiss said yesterday, where he said that, he doesn't even pay attention to me anymore. So this is what the flat earth mantra is. This is how you avoid ever admitting that your model is crap, is because you just don't watch any debunks. You don't watch anything against you. If Dave Weiss just watches pro flat earth TikToks, then what do you think he's going to be spitting on his interviews, right? So it's basically time for this bullshit to end. And people keep asking me, Jaren, was it really just the sun in Antarctica that made you flip? Like I saw one thing and said, oops, my bad, the Earth's a ball and I have been wrong for 10 years. Hell no. It wasn't just one thing, it was everything. A relentless avalanche of reality just slapped me in the face until I couldn't ignore it anymore. And guess what? Flat earthers ignore it all. We'll get into that. That's one of your top 20. They ignore every bit of evidence against them and just declare what counts as evidence. Now they can say, oh, well, you can't look at the lights in the sky to prove the shape of the earth. Why not? Who made you the arbiter of evidence? Doesn't make any sense. That's how childish flat earthers have become. And I really want to go back to my analogy one time, because the bowling alley analogy works really well. That it is if there's a PBA bowling team and they're bowling 230s, 240s, a lot of strikes, a lot of spares picked up. They're just bowling. They're having a good time. They're quiet, doing their thing over there. And then next to them, they place a group of unruly, snot-nosed kids. They're loud, they're obnoxious, they're rude, and they place them next to them. And the kids ask, hey, can we get some bumpers over here? We need some bumper balls. So they put the bumpers in the lanes, and then they just start winging the ball. It's bouncing off every bumper and getting down there, and they're getting like 2 or 3. And then they start looking at the PBA bowlers like, you guys are terrible. You guys suck. And the guy's like, what? No, well, we're bowling 230s, 240s. We're doing pretty well. Like, nah, but you guys aren't bowling 300s. You guys suck. It's like, yeah, we don't say that we could bowl a 300 every game. That would be really weird. We can't do that. They're like, well, you guys can't even throw the ball right. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, dude, you just threw a 3. Okay. And he's like, yeah, well, at least we didn't throw a gutter. I saw that guy throw a gutter a second ago. Well, yeah, we don't have bumpers in the gutters, guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We haven't thrown a gutter yet over here. So they're just being rude and obnoxious and then saying that they're better than the professional bowlers. And then there's 2 guys on the team that are just sitting back and they're like, we don't throw balls. We don't have lanes. We don't make claims. But you guys suck. And they'd be like, dude, what is wrong with you people? What is going on here? What have you produced over here on this lane? That guy bowled a 16. What are you guys doing? Yeah, well, we actually score things different than you. We don't look at the score the same way the bowlers do. We have our own scoring mechanism. What? You get to decide how bowling scores go? Yeah, that's what we get to do. That makes no sense at all. And yet, that's what flat earthers do. They dictate what is evidence and what's not. They think they're on the same playing field as the PBA bowlers. Why? Who knows? They haven't produced anything to put them up to that level. They're not bowling scores like they are. They're not doing anything. They're getting snot everywhere. They're spitting. Some of them have no bowling shoes on, for God's sakes. They're just bowling in regular shoes, scuffing up the lanes, throwing balls on lanes they're not even on, claiming that that's a good score. Well, that's 16. It's really good. That's what I did really well at that. No, you got 16 for the whole game, dude. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think if you score 16, you automatic win. What? What are you talking about? That's the problem with these flat earthers and I couldn't be on that team anymore. And that was sad. I was one of those snot-nosed kids. But eventually, when you just keep watching the PBA bowlers strike after strike after strike, and on our side, people are basically throwing balls backwards. They're throwing it towards the people sitting in the rows. Or what? You're supposed to throw it that way. And then you have people just throwing a 1, and then somebody comes along and they're like, just give him a strike. What do you mean? Just put a strike in this. He got a strike. No, he did not. He got a 1. No. We actually predicted that he would get a strike, and it came true. We always knew he would get a strike, so we're just going to put that in there. Yeah, but it's a lie. Yeah, we don't care about lies here. We just keep moving forward. We ignore everything that goes against us. Okay, guys, whatever you say. Whatever you say. So I flipped because the observations do not lie, but flat earthers do. Okay, I watched the sun circle the wrong way in Antarctica. No excuses, no perspective bullshit, no off the dome nonsense. And it's just sad to think back and go, man, did I ever believe that there was a dome above the earth that moved at the most rapid speed you've ever seen in your life? It's just a glass dome spinning above us. It's so ludicrous. There is no glass dome. There is no spinning of that glass dome at some unreasonable speed. What would that speed be anyway? 75,000, maybe. So let's say it's 80,000 miles around where the dome would be. So you got 80,000 miles, and what would it be? 24 divided by 80,000, divided by 24. So what is that speed? 3,333 mile per hour spinning glass dome above us. I mean, that's probably true. It's probably true. Oh, Enrique wants to speak. Enrique, did you get your mic fixed? Because I don't know if you...
Jefe, see.
What? Thank you.
If Earth is globe, why did my cousin Pedro get deported in straight line? Answer me that.
I don't know. That's not a good question, though. Enrique, everybody, he's got his mic a little bit fixed. Still seems a little quiet to me, but whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And he's the sound guy, so you blame him for everything because I can't do that. He's going to get fired eventually. It's my question, my prediction. My prediction. All right, you ready to go? You good to go?
Listo, jefe. Vámonos.
All right, thank you. It's Enrique. All right, he's ready to go. Let's keep it going. So remember that every single test that flat earthers seem to do, they only tell you the ones that confirm the flat earth, right? So for instance, why am I the only flat earther in the history of the world to post videos of the sun, of the ISS crossing the sun and moon? There's a reason for that. It's because anybody else would never post that. Why? Because they're not in it for the truth. They're in it for, I don't know what you want to call it, community or something, right? They love fake proof too. You know, half their evidence is misquotes or bad experiments or straight up fabrications. The other half is just them saying NASA lies like a broken record, which just because NASA lies doesn't mean that they lie because the earth is flat. Okay? Think about how hard it is to tell a lie. A lie has to have a lot of truth in it, or else it's just kind of dismissed or it would be quickly found out. If it's just a straight up lie, like, oh, let's just tell people they live on a sphere when they really are on a flat earth, the observations wouldn't match. It would be very easy for us to tell that that's not the case. But instead, all observations do match. We're going to look at that tonight. They still refuse to answer the big questions like why the Antarctic sun does what it does. They don't want to answer that, right? And why most observations, if not every observation, matches the globe perfectly. I heard Karen B the other day saying on that show where she called Saab a Chong-looking motherfucker or something. She even said, starting 10 years ago, she started doing observations of the sky, and she said every single observation of the sky matched the sphere, so she stopped looking into that. Okay? That's a problem. Okay? Once I let go of the mental gymnastics and this trying to stuff everything into a box that it didn't fit, everything else made sense. The evidence is a landslide. Flat Earth isn't about the truth, guys. It's about identity. That's why they defend it like it's a cult. And when you finally accept reality for what it is, you will see how fucking stupid it was to deny it in the first place. So yeah, I flipped, not because of one thing, because of everything. And if you're still clinging to flat Earth after all the brutal ass kickings that reality has handed you, maybe it's time to ask yourself, am I searching for the truth, or am I actually just protecting my fragile little ego? Tonight, I'm calling out the lies, so let's buckle up. Let's get it going. Let's get it on. Oh, I thought I had this on for you guys. My bad. That didn't work well. All right, well, let's get over here. And we've got the unplug. There we go. All right, so we've got something to start out with I want to show you. I don't know if you guys saw this. My name was said on Joe Rogan. How about that? Was that worth anything? Let's see here. We're going to get this on there. You can't see that yet. So, rumor has it.
So to smear people.
Stop it. rumor has it that my phone number has been given to Joe Rogan, so I don't know where that will go. But we will see. And also, Joe Rogan likes to strike channels for using his material. So, Joe, this is for everybody. Go sub to Joe and be Joe's friend. And we'll just try and talk over it a lot and keep it quickly moving along because something else cool happened here at the beginning. Let's go back a little bit. See where it starts.
I don't know what to call.
Okay, we'll start about there.
Who was in Antarctica?
Shoot, no. Let's watch from the beginning.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Okay, go.
My day, Joe Rogan
Blah, 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 blah.
all day.
Blah.
You think
You know
he's
what?
douchey?
A little bit if I didn't know you, but
Blah.
Instagram filter for the entire world.
Right.
So everything feels
just a little rosy.
Blah, blah, blah.
I had a pair of rose-colored glasses
Blah,
before.
blah, blah.
I got it. I was like, oh, I get it.
Blah, blah,
it is
blah.
better
It
this
is
way.
nicer. Yeah. It's like a
Blah,
full,
blah, blah, blah.
Dude, I need to show you this. So
Okay, now what do you think's in this bag? Could Joe Rogan be about to touch something that is mine?
Yeah, what is this?
have a little open of that. So you'll remember that I sent you a photo on iMessage a couple of months ago.
What has he got there?
A friend of mine who was in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And he flew a comedy mothership lighter out to Antarctica. I've been reliably told that that lighter was used to smoke weed.
Who would have smoked weed in Antarctica? How dare them? You can't do that over there. Can't do that in that. Somebody asked me to. Oh, it was Edward Hendrie. That, whoa, geez, get into that guy. What a joke. Anyway, he was saying something about how illegal it was what I did and all this stuff. And why didn't I have to go through customs? And I mean, just a bunch of nonsense. And of course, it's because Antarctica isn't a country. Hello. It's a continent. Isn't a country. Doesn't have customs there.
In Antarctica.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's touched, it was dropped a number of times, so it's touched ancient permafrost.
Fuck yeah.
So he now owns the lighter that I used to light my joint in Antarctica. How about that? Small world, huh?
What kind of laws do they have in Antarctica?
No laws. They have none laws.
Don't know.
Do
Apparently
they
very
have any
liberal.
laws?
Fuck no.
Who's going to come get me? The police?
Knows. I don't know. I
There's
don't know
nobody
if
there. Have they established laws?
they were
There's no laws.
400 miles in.
Whoa.
So this was part of the final experiment, which was this attempt to try and disprove flat Earth.
Oh.
Thanks, Joe.
He went as a part of that.
Did he bring flat earthers? Is that the deal?
So
Yeah.
4
So he's coming through the story here.
flat earthers, 4 globe.
Now, what you guys can do, if you want to see myself or Duffy or somebody like that on the Joe Rogan show, go over to this video, which was today. I think it was posted this morning, and write in the comments that you want them to contact us. They have our phone number. So maybe one of us can get on, maybe both of us. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe he doesn't want us on. Maybe he wants to just laugh at us. Who knows? But that would be good if we could get on there. I'd like to talk to him.
Bees, globe earthers, get flown to Antarctica. It's $35,000 per person.
Oh
And it
my
was,
God.
this guy called Will Duffy
This guy called Will Duffy?
put the project together, flew everybody down there.
Did he pay for each person?
Yep. So,
Wow.
Well, kind of, sort of.
I think maybe a couple of people chose to go self-funded, but they were trying to get the open offer to all of the biggest flat Earth influencers, commentators.
What'd you call it?
I don't know what to call them.
How many went?
Hey,
4 of each.
that's
So
why black guys always get the best in sports, you know? Like, they score the highest.
No,
all
I'm
the
in the
games.
I'm in the middle of a show, dude.
Hef.
I'm in the middle of a show.
4 roundies, 4 flatties. And they
don't you want to see their search histories?
maybe the FBI do. I don't know.
The flat people, I want to see.
So
There's search histories? Why? What is my search history?
they do this in the middle of our winter, their summer. They observe the sun above the horizon for 24 hours.
Mhm.
So there's no explanation, apparently, with
So they know.
most of the models of flat Earth about how this.
There's no explanation on any model of flat Earth ever, except for if you ask Dr. Stephen Alonzo, pilot, doctor, professor, and president of the United States. He will, and seller of all TFE merchandise. He'll let you know that it's every flat model ever predicted it. And then Dustin Nemos will repeat it and everybody else in Facebook. So it's cool.
sun could stay above the horizon for 24 hours. So they flew down. They had drones flying in the air. They had a 24-hour 360 cameras.
It's all fake. It's done in a Amazon studio. Didn't you listen to the great Eric Dubay? He did a video on it. Copied it directly from the great King. We have a king also. We have kings. We have doctors. We've got all kinds of people here. It's really the most influential bunch of people I've ever seen in my life.
They had live stream of iPhones, all of this stuff. And then they had the people that were on the ground. And the guys that were there observed the sun above
Did the
horizon.
flat earthers switch stances?
So 3
3 did and 1 didn't?
No, that's not right. It's the other way around. Just flip it.
I was just showing you footage.
Oh, this is drone footage?
Yeah, so the final experiment.
So those are apparently mountain pyramids.
Smooth
And
fast.
what it
a little bit.
really is. There's
We have
people that
hard launched this episode.
people that believe wild shit about Antarctica. So you know about the direct energy weapon theory, right?
Yes, I did see that on Sean Ryan's show.
Yes, I did as well.
Sorry.
I was like,
That guy's fucking
Just need to pause it every once in a while.
really interesting.
Yeah, it's like he had before with Eric, with one guy who loves any sort of intellectual stimulation, and especially if it's like mathematics or physics, coding, thermodynamics,
Finessing you through.
It's to let you know that language and
These sort of complex language and fluent.
Yeah,
Jamie, you've just gone to Google Maps.
Yeah, the reality is that's probably under a couple miles of ice.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, so this final experiment thing sent the world into a spiral. There's this dude, Jaron Campanella.
Hey, my name's been said.
The biggest influences, and he's
Vegas.
said, I saw the sun above the horizon. I think the Earth's round. And he's immediately been, the Flat Earth Society's just gone into a head spin. They're saying they didn't really go to Antarctica.
Of course not.
They went to the Sphere in Vegas was one of the accusations. They did it at the Sphere in Vegas.
It is that funny.
And they were tracking it around.
The sphere's not that big, kids.
Yeah,
No, they can do anything in there, Joe. Just in real time, in 24-hour videos, you can have 360 cameras in there. Nobody would ever know. It's impossible because flat earthers are so dumb that they can't recognize that would be impossible.
Well,
It's not that big.
I don't
I've been
know.
there. There's seats everywhere. You would know you're there.
I don't know. They had a bad time. But yeah, that's been pretty wild. Talking of pyramids.
So that's basically it. If you want to check that out, it's on Joe Rogan Show. But if you guys went over there, if anybody's interested in seeing us and just said something, I don't know how to get a hold of Joe or get a hold of young Jamie, but I think in the comments, if you just put, hey, that'd be great to have them on. He was given my phone number and Duffy's phone number. So we will see where that goes. But I thought that was an interesting way to start the show. Let me get over here and see if we are ready for... Oh, that's already there for that. We did that one. Great. Okay. So, I saw that one too. That does suck. So some people have had issues with the video that I did where I spoke at the event down in LA. Mostly the issue is because they think Ross lied to me when he said that he has footage of them having 1.5 stripes done. So I have reached out to him and said, I need that footage, and we will see what happens from there. So I told those guys, and this is my whole point about it, is that you can't lie to conspiracy theorists about science. If you do, it's going to be bad for you. Okay? This is why I said it was an optical illusion, because the goal there is like, okay, just admit that it was an optical illusion, admit that it fooled the guy on the shore, but no, he doubled down. He said, no, there was 1.5 stripes missing. It's like, well, that wasn't shown in the show. And he said, well, yeah, they edited it. Okay, then show us the 1.5 stripes missing, because I thought you guys only went 3 miles out. And if you only went 3 miles out, then you couldn't cover 1.5 stripes of that boat with the horizon, which was behind the boat anyway. So they could have just taken the high road and been like, yeah, it was an optical illusion. It fooled us. We didn't realize it was an optical illusion. We just painted the board a certain way, and that's what happens. But no, now they've doubled down, and now they're going to have to do something about it. That's why you don't do that. In most cases, you can just tell little stories like that, and people just go, whatever. But not when you're talking about this. Not when you're talking about Stephen Hawking and those tests, because those are the only two mainstream attempts to prove the curvature of the Earth, and both of them were not evidence. Both of them, one was faked, and one of them, we don't even know yet what the hell is going on there. It's just an optical illusion that fooled people on the shore, is what I would say it as. But we could have left it at that, but they wanted to butt in to say, oh, no, it's been edited, and it's not exactly what you saw. Okay, well, then show us what you saw. You should have footage of that. You were filming it. So we'll see what happens if Ross gets back to me about that footage. But I think that'll be interesting to see. So we are on to episode number 11. Like I said, we've got some fun for today. Should we start out with, let's go ahead and get rid of the Dirtball of the week, because I'd like to get rid of them. They are definitely Dirtballs. And by the way, this is the last week for Dirtball of the week. I hate to tell you that. It is going away. It is being replaced, and I'll tell you what it's going to be replaced with after we find out who is this week's fantastic loser Dirtball of the week. Let's go. Let's do it.
Try to be best, well this week you're the man. Yeah, there's no way that you can escape it. Hard to believe you went and did that stuff. Such a dirtball, that's a mistake. History repeats itself. Try hard and you'll succeed. Every Friday when we name another Dirtball of the week. enjoy your crown. You're the best around. With Dirtball levels are just a sound. You're the best around. Ain't nobody that can keep this Dirtball down.
This week it belongs to Grandpa Sov, Dave Sovereign Soul, or Sovereign Unsoulless, or Sovereign Soulless, Unkept Mind, if you will, Untidy Mind. The guy's all over the place. He's still telling people that there's no 24-hour sun in the South. Sov, you, sir, are this week's Dirtball of the Week. Dirtball.
Best around. The very best Dirtball pound for pound. You're the best around. Not just in your town, you're world renowned. You're the best around. It wasn't even close, you won her town.
He said some of the most insane things I've heard the last week, including my rocket launch footage that I saw. He said, oh yeah, well, I'm 200 miles away from DC and I don't see their fireworks. Sov, how high are fireworks, my friend? How high do they go? Don't be such a dirtball. You're a dirtball, Sov.
You're the best around. Double of the week, enjoy your crown. You're the best around. With Dirtball levels are just a sound. You're the best around. Ain't nobody that can keep this Dirtball down.
He obviously doesn't give a shit what kind of lies he tells. I mean, can you imagine? So put it this way. Sov and I were friends. What do I mean by friends? Well, he was on my show every week, number one. Number two, we talked pretty much every day. If you went back through our chat history, it would be close to once a day. One of us would send the other one a message, something funny, whatever. So you find out that I'm going to be going down to Antarctica. That's a great thing. You're like, oh, this is my friend. He has never lied to me. He's never done anything that would make me think that he's involved in it, or he's with somebody. He's, controlled opposition. No. So he should have been excited that I was the one going down there. Instead, I get back and find out that he thinks that it's all been faked, and he never even called me one time to ask me, like, well, why didn't you get back on the... Why did you come back on the 17th? You're supposed to come back on the 18th. I said, yeah, there was supposedly some bad weather coming through. I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. Well, good for you, my friend. But what you have to believe then, if you're Sov, is that I've been some sort of liar the whole time and just faking it the whole time, rather than just come to me and say, so you really did see? Yeah, I saw exactly. The sun is there, Sov. Period. It's not a question. Okay? I know what the sun is. Okay? And these guys want to keep going around saying that they don't know what the sun, where the sun is, or we don't know what the sun does. It's so insane. I already told you guys that it's the equivalent of having a GPS tracking device on my son. Okay? And he goes around town and he's walking around town and I'm just following him. Everything he's doing, I'm following on my iPad. I can see everything he's doing. And then I just say, yeah, but I don't know what my son does. People will be like, oh, don't you have that iPad app that you can track him everywhere he's at? Yep, I do. I track him every single day. I know exactly where he's at every moment, but I don't know what my son does. People will be like, what do you mean? Well, how can that be true? Well, because we just don't know what it does. Yeah, but you know where he's at, right? You know where he's at right now? Well, we don't know what the sun does. So... that's so stupid. We know what the sun does. We know where it's at every minute of every day. Stop being dumb. Sov is telling people that there is no 24-hour sun in the South, which is so stupid because he could go down there and see that there is. But will he do that? No. Speaking of stupid people, we also got Edward Hendrie, who is just one of the... And he still hasn't answered me. So just, I've asked him 3 times now whether or not he is the FBI agent, whether or not he's the DEA agent, lawyer. They're both from Virginia. They're both named Edward Hendrie. They both look similar. And he will not tell me. He says, oh, you're trying to dox me or something. Whatever. But wouldn't you just say no if it wasn't you? So we've got a government agent, an FBI agent, a DEA agent, a State Department employee who is going around telling lies about me. So next call is going to be to the FBI to just say, hey, can you look into this person for me? Because he is supposedly one of you agents. And he's telling lies every day on his damn website. And that shouldn't be allowed. Now, again, people might say, what are you saying, Jaron, that people shouldn't be allowed? If you work for the government, no, you should not be able to go around telling lies about people on the internet because you have an air of respectability or that you tell the truth or something like that because you work for the government when he's just lying. He's completely out of his mind. And he makes up just bullshit. Let me see it. We've already talked about him, but I wanted to show you one thing. His latest article is called, or is named, whatever you want to say. Oh boy, just everything. It doesn't matter what you give this guy. He just makes up something new. Now he's saying, I'm looking at his post here. You want to see what I'm saying? Let's move this over here. The guy's just so out of it. These people are retarded. And I'm sorry to say that, but it is the truth. What happened here? Sorry, we got messed up screen. We got to fix it. We got to go with this one. Is that going to work? Yeah. I haven't even seen this article yet, so who knows what it says. On March 15th, Jaron tried to refute my findings on his show. His first objective was to dox me and call for me to be fired from my job. Well, yes, if you are a government employee, then you need to shut your mouth. That's what, I'm sorry, you chose to work there, not me. That's not a private job that you're allowed to just, I'm going to go here and talk about whatever I want. If you work for the government, then you can't tell lies, dipshit. He then offered up pictures of what he had guessed is my family to anyone in this audience who contacts him. That is just plain evil. Dude, you know me. You know who I am. You know my real name. I operate under truth, under my real name. I don't even know if that's your real name. Okay? So, sorry that you can do the same to me. Everyone already has. People have contacted my wife. People have contacted... Yeah, it's just ridiculous. That is just plain evil. That is what you get from an immoral degenerate. Yes, that's me. His video littered with expletives. Yeah, well, I curse. Sorry. He has a foul mouth, which reveals a foul soul. Out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaketh. Matthew 12:34. Why didn't she bring up Ezekiel 23:20? That then she went back with her lovers who had, dicks the size of donkeys or members the size of donkeys and emissions the size of horses or something. Again, I don't understand the Bible quoting. If you're going to just pick and choose, that is the definition of cherry picking. Isn't every line of the Bible no more important than the other? Why didn't you bring up slaves? Be kind to your masters. Treat them as you would treat Jesus Christ. Why didn't you put that in there, Edward? You just get to pick and choose which Bible verses to use? That's crazy. Many have wondered what could cause an arch flat earther, Jaron Campanella, to do an about face. Of course, Jaron claims it was his observations in Antarctica, correct, that proved the globe model to him, correct. But if it can be shown that TFE is a scam, it will never be shown. He does not have the argument to make. I do have the argument to make. That's my argument. It reveals that he is in on the scam. No, if you prove that TFE is a scam, well then yeah, I would be in on it. However, it was not. It was 100% above board. That explains his desperate ad hominem attacks on me. No. My desperate ad hominem attacks would be because you're lying about me. Do you understand? That's the difference. Coerced mind changed, but that still leaves the question, what could have caused him to make such an about face? No, it doesn't leave the question. You just answered the question in the paragraph above. Okay? The answer is exactly as you said, that I saw evidence that led me back to the ball. Now, because you've written 100 books about it and you're an asshole and go on a bunch of channels and tell lies, here's what this guy really thinks is my job. He thinks research is to lie about me in his articles and then for me to go back and tell him where all the lies are. That's his idea of research. Can you send me this? Can you send me that? Can you send me this video to prove this? Can you send me that video? No, I don't have time for that. Then he gets all mad, like, why don't you answer it in an email? Because I don't have time to sit and respond to one person in an email form. I'm not going to go through all your lies. They're all lies. Do you understand? He doesn't get it. He talks about Patricia Steer and Paul on the plane. This is a great line here. Watch this. This is hilarious. He says, Marty Leeds has made allegations suggesting perhaps why Jaron Campanella, Paul Lindbergh, Patricia Steer, and Robbie Davidson all decided after TFE to come out against the flat earth. Marty Leeds alleges that their change of mind was not organic, it was forced. Marty Leeds is wrong. Okay. Another liar. At the 350 whatever mark in his video, Jaron admits to having conversations with Patricia Steer, Paul Lindbergh, and Robbie Davidson after his return from Antarctica. True. Why would Robbie Davidson and Paul Lindbergh, who claim to be Christian, reach out to Jaron, who is on record repeatedly blaspheming Jesus Christ in the most debased fashion possible? Well, because we were friends. Do you understand that Robbie had me speak at 3 of his conferences? That I've known Patricia Steer for 9 or 10 years. Same thing with Paul on the plane. I went to Amsterdam with him. So again, it makes a lot of sense why they would reach out and talk to me. Okay. They must have something in common. And then he does another Bible quote. Can two walk together except if they be agreed? That's the dumbest Bible quote ever. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And then look what he says here. Amos 3:3. If you watch Marty Leeds' video beginning at the 139 mark, he alleges that each one of them has faced legal issues. He alleges that they're in a trick bag together, which explains their common interest in coming against the truth. The alleged legal jeopardy hanging over, and he keeps going on, and then he says here, my citation of Marty Leeds or anyone should not be interpreted as I mean to agree with their religious or other views. Hold on a second. So Edward Hendrie gets to decide, I'm going to associate with this person, but why didn't you go read Amos? Amos just said, can two people walk together except they be agreed? So you have to be agreed with Marty Leeds. You just tied me and all these guys together. We can't talk to each other. You can't quote then Marty Leeds. It's the same thing. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Okay? He says here, the alleged legal jeopardy hanging over them perhaps reveals how there's no legal jeopardy over anybody. None. You are out of your mind. You cannot make claims like that and be a government employee. Trust me. If you are that FBI agent, you'll be hearing from somebody in the FBI. You're telling flat out lies. There is nothing behind this. Okay? So, in his video of how Jaron's disturbing debauchery may have exposed him to significant additional legal peril. Yeah, got a lot of legal problems over here. Mm-hmm. Incidentally, my citation to Marty Leeds or anyone else. Yeah, there we go again. The alleged financier of the trip, Will Duffy, goes on and on about he's got all these investments, and I'm sure that most investment bankers or whatever have a lot of people that go after them, especially once these law firms pick it up. Again, I can't speak on that. I don't know anything about it. His financial advice lost clients' money. Okay, great. Jaron defends Will Duffy's preaching that neither lying nor deception are inherently immoral. Unquote. Guys, you've been watching me. Do I defend Will Duffy's preaching that neither lying? I said that that's not, you didn't listen to it in context. Just that quote alone is not correct. Okay? You have to watch the whole context of what he's saying. Again, you wouldn't do that because that's called doing research. Mr. Edward Hendrie, who's been pointed out from, it was back in when? Let me see. I think Migmag did a video, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to bring this up real quick. I just want to show you. This has been pointed out for a long time. Migmag and Edward Hendrie. See if that comes up. You know how it is searching flat earth stuff. It's good luck on that. Okay, we got. This is from 8 years ago. Move this over here. 8 years ago. Who is Edward Hendrie? As you can see here. Okay. Government agent. Edward Hendrie pushing the Jew BS conspiracy. You've got a bunch of people here with little notes that you can follow up on. He is definitely that agent. There's just no question. But he won't answer my questions about it. So, the next step has to be to go further than that. In his books, we showed it in the 1 week I talked about it. In his books, it says that he's a State Department employee. He lives in Virginia. The DEA agent is a State Department employee, lives in Virginia, is a lawyer. So is Edward Hendrie, a lawyer. He probably, if you ask me, he got fired. He got fired from the government, and this is what he's doing now, is being an asshole and lying about people. Okay? You can see the same person who stuttered at Notre Dame and Jesuit University. And we can go through this. But again, this guy is just full of shit. Full of shit as he gets. Let me move this down a little bit. You can't really see good. Are we on browser? Yeah. Okay, let's try that instead. Anyway, he's a joke. And I don't like people lying about... Have I had to tell lies about people? No. Okay, I don't have to do that. I don't have to lie about people. This is all you have, is lies. Okay, going on here, he talks about this. Then he's like, look at what he brings up here. Jaron is a dope-addled miscreant who shows poor judgment. At the 2:09 mark of his December 24th broadcast, he said, by the way, did you know that I am officially the only one in history of the world? No, but I'm going to pretend that I'm the only one who smoked a joint in Antarctica. Right, it's funny. I did feel bad last night because the last night we were there. Duffy asked me across the dinner table, he says dude, what would you have done if you got caught with that in your bag? I'm like, I didn't really think that far. It's a joke. Do you understand a joke? That would have been terrible, but I was just smart enough and tricky enough, and thank very much to a Mark from getting me on film doing that. Right. And then Mark's lighter is what ended up with Joe Rogan. Okay, great. Notably, Jaron skipped over the single clearest evidence of computer-generated injury. So this is what he does. He has 50 lies on his site, and then I need to answer each one of them. If I don't, then he says, well, Jaron skipped over the clear. Shut the fuck up, Edward. You are the biggest loser I've ever seen. Just telling lie after lie after lie. His whole entire thing is riddled with lies. Okay? He scrolled through my website and purposely skipped over what do you mean I purposely skipped over anything? Dude, you are just what a loser you are. These people claim to be Christians. I hope that Christianity is real. I hope that Jesus and God are real and that you get dealt with as you should. Okay? Because I'm not here lying to anybody. And trust me, when it comes to my final day, God is not going to send me to hell simply because I don't proclaim Jesus as my personal savior and I actually atone and actually try to make amends for my sins while you just lie about people every fucking day. Do you understand the difference? If you think God's going to give you a high five for being a liar, you're wrong. You're wrong. The article is titled, "The Bible Reveals the Trickery of the Final Experiment." The Bible reveals. Okay, guy. That article will move down once this article is posted. Why would he not address every article I've ever done about lies about him? I want him to go through all 700 lies on my site and to address every one of them. Edward, eat a dick. How's that for curse words? How's that for debauchery? Okay? Nobody gives a shit about your nonsense articles. I'm sure you have 55 subs on your Substack. Big deal. Okay, because it crushes TFE and proves it was a fraud. Most have focused on the TFE videos from Antarctica, but the TFE videos from Punta expose the TFE fraud. I mean, think about that. Again, imagine that you're me and every single piece of the trip was above board 100%. Think of what I think of these people. This is a flat earther who wrote the Flat Earth Bible, the big book about the flat earth. This is why I'm not a flat earther anymore. This is the kind of research flat earthers do. This is not research. This is outright defamation, libel. That's what this is. Okay, remember the stated purpose by Will Duffy, who allegedly funded the trip, was to verify that the Earth is a globe. They certainly would want to document the rising and setting sun, right? We did. It's not our job to find everything for you, Edward. It's not our job. And I even sent it to him. I sent him a copy of the sunset in Punta. And, does he change his article? No, of course not. They then argued that during their live stream that from the luminous twilight, that we should believe them that the sun is set in the southwestern sky. Yeah, because it does that. Why don't you go to Google Earth, dipshit? Why don't you bring it up and look at what Google Earth says it happens? And then, don't you think somebody would point out that it's lying? Hey, the sun doesn't set in the southwest. It sets over here. Nope, nobody's ever brought it up. Just Edward Hendrie's the only one to figure it out. Fucking loser. Again, they don't have any video of it. We do. You just are basing your things off lies. It's not even worth reading this guy anymore. He's just garbage. MC Toon did a separate live stream. He did not begin his live stream until after midnight on December 12th. He pointed to the southern horizon to claim that that's where the sun was and it was crossing the sky below the horizon. He could have videoed the actual sun, but he did not. Indeed, he let it slip that he allegedly was already in Punta Arenas at 6 p.m. on December 11th when the supposed flat earthers arrived. It's like this guy is off his rocker. He needs to go. I asked Jaron in March 2010 email, have you posted any videos of live streams or the sunrise? And then I responded to him and gave it to him. In an email, he would not answer my questions. He said, I don't have time to go through and correct your mistakes and lies. Correct. Apparently, there is only one official video of the sunrise in Punta Arenas, which I will explain below as fraudulent. Dude, there's people who fucking live there. Do you understand? People like you and I, but they're people. They live in Punta Arenas. They watch the sun rise and set every day. So just to make the blanket that we went down there and faked it, then they would be able to tell right away. You'd be able to know today. But you're so fucking stupid, you can't do any research. What a joke of a human being you are. I hate you, Edward Hendrie. How about that? I hate you. I don't hate many people, but somebody who's just going to get on his stream, lie to people about me, and then I respond to you in email and say, hey, here's where you're wrong. And then you just keep the next one. Now there's another article comes out. Oh, now responding to this one with more lies. It's like, what are you doing? You're a joke of a human being. Okay. The pertinent part of the Duffy's narration begins, and he just he just links everything, but there's no evidence here. He argues that it would not be possible on a flat earth for the sun to rise in the southeastern sky. His drone video then portrays just that, a sunrise in the southeastern sky in Punta Arenas. Wait, what are you talking about? He argues that it would not be possible on a flat earth for the sun to rise in the southeastern sky. Correct. His drone video then portrays just that, a sunrise in the southeastern sky. Yeah, because we live on a globe. Case closed, right? Yes. Not so fast. It turns out the drone footage is the creation of CGI. Oh my God. I can't even stand these people. What are you talking about? And that is why it took Duffy more than a month to post his drone video. It takes time to create CGI videos. Wow. Dude, you can go down there. You have to be a government agent or something that's doing this on purpose. Nobody is this dumb. Not even flat earthers. Okay? It is obvious that the drone footage is CGI because the foreground land moves separately from the background water and sky. Dude, Edward Hendrie, you're the same guy that thought the cloud moving down in the sky was evidence that my footage was faked. And then I went out in front of my house and showed you, and I told you, get a fucking camera and go in front of your house and walk towards it and watch the clouds drop behind it as you walk towards it. You can't figure that out. You're an idiot. There's an obvious floating effect from the hovering drone over the land, but they neglected to replicate. I mean, this is just garbage. Garbage. So now expect an article to come out tomorrow where he's like, Jaron refused to go over my evidence. I'm not going to read further into your nonsense. It's all lies, Edward. It's all lies. I'm blanket stating your entire article, your entire Substack as bullshit and lies. Now I got to look into 9/11 again. Now I got to look into all the things that you've claimed because you don't know how to research. Anybody that's ever trusted you with your Flat Earth book is in trouble because you're a liar. And I hate liars. Liars are the reason the world sucks, and you suck, and you're part of the reason the world sucks. Nobody should have to deal with your bullshit lies like this. Nobody. But let's go back. Here we go with the government agent. We saw that one. Anyway, the point was, Edward Hendrie is a piece of shit, in case you didn't hear me say that. And I showed you guys last week, was it last week or the week before, where he's on Dirt's show talking about, oh, here's what the government agents do. They get out in front of these things and they do, like, if you're that government agent, so now you're on Flat Earth shows telling people what the government does and you work for the government, that they get in front of these things, that they, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Something is wrong here. I never went live on Rockton. My bad. That is not. I showed you guys last week. Was it last week or the week? Maybe I did go live. Sorry, I am live. Never mind. I guess. I don't know what happened there. I think I did press live, but okay, we're good. We're good. I think we figured it out. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. So, Edward Hendrie, big liar. Of course, I already said that. But lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what I forgot to mention last week. And I have to admit that Toon kind of was stepped up himself. And I was like, you don't have to do that. But I see why he did. Because Toon found out that Arctic Reflections, who is the all-time dirtball of all-time times and all-times times, the Arctic Reflections has not paid me my $500 yet. So Toon sent me $500. Okay. And he said, now he owes me and I'll make sure he pays. So, hey, Toon, thank you for doing that. Because it is Dirtball. Okay. And that's why he was the first ever Dirtball of the week. Because, we got to get back to that. I got to remind myself. Okay. Because I did say it's over. That'll be the last Dirtball of the week that you'll ever see. Was Sov Dave and his bullshit. But anyway, the guy from Arctic Reflections is just a joke. I don't know anybody. He's like, oh, I got to give money to, I don't have money to do that. And it's like, you have a job and you made a bet. Do you not have a penis? Because if you're a man, then you pay up your bets. You don't be like, oh, now I don't have money to pay that bet. Well, because you lost. That is Dirtball. That is extremely Dirtball. So let me get over here. I want to show you one thing. If I can find it. It is not that one. Let me see. Is it here? I don't see it now. Maybe here. No, I don't have it. Oh, wait, this one? Nope. I thought I had it, but I don't. Yes, we do. Just want you to hear this one part of his interview with Dirth and
I blanks.
Wow, when you throw from the video in there.
Hear what's happening
by Edward Hendrie.
I believe that they cannot keep it.
Now listen to this.
They cannot keep wraps on it. The only thing they can do is spin it and discredit it. And so you have to, first of all, you have to understand the methods of intelligence agencies.
Right, because you would know.
First of all, they try to get out front of something. Okay. Lenin said, the best way, to win is to be the opposition.
Right. Are you being the opposition?
And so understand this, that they will and they have been monitoring this flat Earth issue for a long time, and they've been out in front of it. Okay.
So should a government agent be able to say that? Should a government agent, an FBI agent, be able to go on a podcast and tell them that what the government agents do, that we get out in front of this and we have been doing that and we have been doing this and they have been doing that? That shouldn't be allowed. I'm pretty positive that he was fired from the government position, and this is what he does now.
Understand that, and they have to be founded in principles. Don't go running off on every little new tangent.
I wonder who runs off on every little new tangent. I wonder who just makes up bullshit lies every day. Who is that?
Comes along. It has to be studied. You have to find out.
Yeah, it has to be studied. You have to find out. And by that, he does not mean, which is his method, to lie about people over and over again and then demand that they give you the evidence that his lies are wrong.
Whether, in fact, it's true, who is bringing it out, okay? So...
Stop saying okay.
But I will tell you this.
Question.
That they cannot keep a lid on this. Why? Because we have technology now that is available to anybody.
What technology?
Anybody can have this technology to prove that what they've been telling us is not true.
How, Edward?
And you can see it on, and they, by the way, they can now broadcast it all over the internet once they determine that.
So where is it?
So, for instance, it's at the Nikon P9000. Is that what it's called?
P900.
P900.
Yeah.
Okay, that is an amazing lens. Okay.
That
it is inexpensive. I don't know what it costs. Okay, but it's less than $1,000.
What, Enrique? What do you want? I don't know where you're coming.
Jefe, sí.
Yeah.
Can I ask, why my microphone smell like culo? Who talking to this? Is you?
Dude, I'm in the middle of a show.
$1,000. What is it? $800?
$600.
$600.
Yeah,
okay,
$600.
so
600.
It's within reach of most people. Okay, they can buy that camera. They can document, and by the way, they don't even have to buy the camera. A telescope will do the same thing, but they can document it with the camera and show the planets that what NASA and what we've been learned in school books about the planets is not true. They are not terrestrial.
He's talking about out of focus camera shots of stars. This guy is just off his rocker. So anyway, Edward Hendrie, if you are listening, just like the title of the show, F you. Do you understand? F you upside down, F you inside out, F you every way. You are a loser, sir, and a liar, and a piece of shit. And I think it's hilarious you call yourself a Christian. What kind of Christian goes around judging and lying about people? That's not a Christian. You are the opposite of that. You're a dirtbag. That's what you are. And a liar, in case I didn't mention that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with the show. It is episode number 11. It is Friday Unplugged. Let's get it going. Let's get it started. It's going to be fun. We got top 20 coming up. Reasons to flip from flat to globe. We'll see in a minute. Till then, let's go.
F you to the stress, to the grind, F you to the haters. Every time F you to the drama, to the hype, F you to the mainstream, pushing lies. Unplugged from the matrix. It's Friday night, unplugged with Mr. Honest and sometimes right. F you to the left, to the right, and F you to the elite parasite. F you to the noise, F you to the fakes, F you to all you weak snowflakes. Friday unplugged, unfiltered and real. Are you offended?
Fuck Edward Hendrie.
F you to the sleep, F you to the woke, to the trolls in the chat, you're an effing joke. F you to the sleep, F you to the woke, to the trolls in the chat, you're an effing joke. This ain't a trap house, but your mind's getting drugged. Time for Jeranism, Friday Unplugged. This ain't a trap house, but your mind's getting drugged. Time for Jeranism, Friday Unplugged.
All right, it's time to go. We got some fun ahead of us. Get this lined up for you, and we've got Friday Unplugged. F you to all you weak snowflakes and to you liars, and to all people named Edward Hendrie, including the FBI agent and the pretend one or the fired one or whatever he is. F you, sir. All right, let's get on with the presentation, if you will. If I can find the slide for it. No, I can't. Where is it? Presentation. There we go. And what's on here? Hold on, we are not seeing. Oh yeah, duh. You gotta move this over here, and this one here. Then we got it. Good. There we go. How about that? All right. What happened to my camera? I turned it off. Sorry. Let's move that back over. All right. Here is the top 20 reasons to flip from flat to globe. After that, we will look at some super chats if there is any, and we will also open up the Q&A. But let's get through these so that you can know why I flipped. Okay, and if these things weren't the case, then I wouldn't flip. And if I'm lying about any of them, then you can tell me I don't lie. That's for Edward Hendrie. That's for you other losers, not for me. Okay, if I wanted to lie, it would have been a lot easier. I'd still be able to have all my VIPs that I had before, and I've gone from like 140 down to 60, and at the end of this month, it'll be even less when they don't re-up. So I saw in my video comment somebody said follow the money. It's like, follow the money. Where are you going to follow the money to? What money? What money? As soon as I put that video up, Nat Geo claimed it. Boom, that money's gone. Great. So I lost money in the uploading of it, number one. How about driving down to LA? How about having to get a hotel? How about all this stuff? What happened to that? So follow the money to my negative $250. Follow that money. Of course, you're an idiot. There's no money in what I'm doing. Okay? Stupid. That's what it is. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I tell you.
Hey, Jefe.
What?
Can I have just a few Coronas while we work?
No, you cannot drink on the job. This guy, he's going to be fired. That's what's going to happen. You're upsetting me. All right, so let's get started. We got the top 20. Now, these are in no order. I did have them in order, kind of, and then I was like, I just mixed them up because it's just easier. I don't want it to be like, this is the main reason, this is the second. I just want them all out there. So we are going to do the top 20 countdown, all right? And number 20 is going to be the first one. How about the Tropic of Capricorn turns left, not right? Very simply, okay? This is not difficult to figure out. You've seen me show it before on a flat Earth map. And some of these will take a second to get through, just so I can show. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because I have in past videos. If somebody has a question about one of them, you can ask me if you want. But sorry, I just need to grab this. And do I have a... No, I have to grab this one. All right. So if you have a problem with any of these, you can come to me and I will give you the answers or explain it to you. But let me show you this map here, just as an example. All right. So there's your Tropic of Capricorn is going to be in this region here. Now, this is a flat Earth map, and you will see that this is the Tropic of Capricorn. It's about right there-ish. Seems about right. Okay, so that's your Tropic of Capricorn down in the south. That's the furthest most the sun goes. Okay, so if you have a sun here, and let's fill it in, and let's fill it in the right color. Okay, so if you have this pink sun, this... Can you see that? Sorry, I gotta move this. You can. Okay, so we know that the sun goes around these continents. They hit them in order. Beautiful. Okay, but the problem becomes, let me actually spin this. It's just easier for people to see. Rotate right, rotate right. Okay, so there you go. So if you're standing, actually, I'm gonna rotate one more time. Image, rotate right. Okay, this makes it a little easier to tell. And I've seen people like Kyle Edwards and other people who can't get this right. Okay, they're like, oh, left and right are relative. No, I'm not talking about relative. I'm talking about standing here in the southern hemisphere, looking west. Okay, the sun is coming around here. Where way does the sun go? To the right or to the left? Which way does this sun go on a flat Earth? It goes clearly to the right. It has to because it needs to get over here to Australia. Okay, that's a fact. Now, we were standing here and the sun set this way, right to left, and then it rose this way. Sorry, it's a bad arrow. So the sun did that. Like what? What do you mean the sun did that? And then it like went way up high here in the sky and then set again there. So how the hell did it do this and bring light to Australia? How did it do that? Unless you realize that Australia is actually over here and Africa is over here. Why? Because the Tropic of Capricorn goes left. Do you understand that? In what model does the Tropic of Capricorn go left? Any guesses? Any guesses? I think that you would get it right that there is a spherical Earth model where the sun where the Tropic of Capricorn goes to the left, which exactly matches what the sun does. Wow, imagine that. So the Tropic of Capricorn turns left, not right, is easily the only thing you really need. But we'll go on. We'll do the other 19. We might as well, right? Just want to show you real quick so you can see the difference in the two models, that when you are down here in Punta Arenas, okay, look which way that's going. Do you see the Tropic of Capricorn? Which way is it going? Oh, it goes left. So when the sun sets that way, it's because it's staying above the tropic, which allows sun to get to the other side of the ball. End of story. Clock out, check out, stop being dirtbags. Okay? Stop being liars and pretending. They will just ignore this. But I should have, do you want to do that now? I'll just go ahead and show you now, just so you know. This is what Dirtball of the Week is becoming next week. It just came to my mind why this person needs to be brought to attention. There is no more Dirtball of the Week. It is now going to be known as the Darthball of the Week. Starting next week, join me as we find out who the Darthball of the Week is. It hasn't changed much, but it has changed. It wrote itself. It just really did. Really wrote itself. So Weiss yesterday was on with Retard7, and he said that he cut me off from every avenue. He said, I blocked Jaron at every avenue. And when he sends me any emails, which I've been sending him saying, hey, is your app still leaking? This and that. He says, when he sends me emails, I just delete them. I don't read them. So that is the most pussy position there ever's been. This is why Dirth cannot, and he also said he'll always be a flat earther no matter what, that there's no way you could convince him. Okay, great. You're not scientific at all. You're just a preacher. You're a religious preacher, pushing dogma, pushing garbage, lying to people. Okay? You're just lying to people. So you will now be remembered for all time. And you watch, this is going to catch on. People will start calling each other Dirtballs. And that's after you, Mr. Weiss. You don't throw friends under the bus. He still has not called me since I got back. Can you imagine? Friend for 10 years. Because I went down and said, I saw the sun. He said, well, you'll never talk to me again because I have to block you because if you're saying something. Right. He says he doesn't watch any of my shows. So, of course, this top 20 list, Dirt's never going to hear about it. Do you see the problem with that? I do. I see the problem with that. Dirtball of the week. Starting next week. Join me. Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific. All right, back over here. Oops, we weren't there. We were on this screen. My bad. Well, that'll do. You can see which way the Tropic of Capricorn goes. Left. Okay? Strike one against the flat earthers. Let's go with the next one. We got one done. How about that? We got one done. Do we have any sound effects for that? Do we have any sound effects, Enrique, at all for that?
Jefe. See, can I take break? My stomach feel like Tijuana Street taco at 3 a.m.
No.
Muy peligroso.
No, I need you to keep up with the sound effects, please. Jesus. All right, let's go on to number 2. Or, I'm sorry, number 19. That would be the right way I think we're doing it. And we should be able to move this out of the way. And we should be back to, move this out of the way. And back to 19. All right, there we go. Tropic of Capricorn turns left to right. Here we go. Let's go with the next one. That was number 20, so we're on to number 19? Correct. Number 19 is size matters. Okay, as everyone knows, and they might tell themselves something different, but it is true. It does matter the size of the Earth, and it's something that we can't comprehend or can't fathom at all. And I'll just show you again. I'll do it really quickly. Again, this is in my past videos. Go find them yourself and learn that the size of the Earth is different than you imagine in your head because people can't grasp this one thing. And they talked about it on Flatzoid's show yesterday where they're like, yeah, there can be no straight lines on a sphere. It's like, okay, but can there be straight lines for things that are so small that they don't recognize that it's curved? The answer is yes. You just don't realize it. You just choose to ignore it like you do everything. It's Flat Earther's best method is just to ignore everything. I know because I was there. I did it. Okay, I shelved things that I had questions about. I was like, oh, we'll get to that eventually. We never got to it, if you didn't realize. Okay, I'm going to move this over here. Size matters, and this is what you need to realize. This here is a sphere. Let me show you the... sorry, I need to find the... There. It's good enough. All right, so we're looking at this. Let's back out so you can see that we're not lying here. This is a sphere. Notice the black line. There it goes. It's a sphere, okay? This sphere is 20,903,520 feet in radius. Okay, that is the size of the Earth that they tell us. Now look as we zoom in here. We had to zoom way in to get here. We're still zooming in. We're still zooming in. Still zooming in. We're still zooming in. Still zooming in. And we get to a Home Depot starting at this apex here. Okay? If you want to find the size of a person, this guy's 6 foot tall. This is a spa. Guess what? The water lies flat and level. Globe evidence, not flat. This is an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Guess what? It's level and flat on the top. Why? Globe evidence, not flat. Okay, you can look at buildings or the Burj Khalifa here. Okay, there you go. It's the size of these buildings, the size of the pyramids. All these buildings, if they were built side by side like this, would be built level and flat. That's it. You don't need to take it into account at all. These people can't get that. And I get it. I didn't get it either. But once you realize it, then shut the fuck up. Okay? After we get past these 3 Home Depots, remember, if we built these Home Depots, we would use a level. We'd use a water level. It's not evidence that the Earth is flat. It's evidence that the Earth is so big that everywhere you're at, you can take as flat. Sure. Put a level in this one. It's still levels. It's still level. Put a level in this one. It's still level. Now, if you're not smart enough to grasp this next thing, it's on you. If we continued building Home Depots for as many as we could. I believe the number is around 400,000. If we built 400,000 Home Depots side by side by side by side, every one of them would show level. Do you understand? But there's no straight lines on curved earth. Yes, there is. We just measured it. It's level. Everywhere we are is level. As we build these Home Depots, level, level, level. How about, oops, sorry, accidentally grabbed that. How about this? We got 2 football fields, 660 feet. How much curvature is there? 1/8 inch. That's 2 nickels stacked on top of each other. For every 660 feet, the curvature of the earth is 2 nickels. So what about these two? Do they have more curve? Is it exponential? Nope. 2 nickels. Well, how about these two? Are they nope. 2 nickels. 1/8 inch of curve. You'll never see it. Ever. Imagine being in a ocean and you're looking at 660 feet, 2 football fields full length. You expect to see 1/8 of an inch. The waves are infinitely bigger. There's the world's tallest tree. Here's a bridge. Remember, if you're building this bridge, and it's funny because I've been interviewed by a couple of these skeptic magazines and these science people, and we keep getting in a fight about one thing. And I'll say it again. Anybody telling you that they use the curvature of the earth to build bridges is lying. They do not. They would never. It's ridiculous. Okay? But Jaron, it's a 4 centimeter difference at the top. Great. If there's a 4 centimeter difference, that's just math. You would just build the bridge. There's more leeway in the bridges than there would ever be in the curvature of the earth. So stop saying that. This is why people become flat earthers, because you guys lie. Stop saying that you take the curvature of the earth in account to build a bridge. It's insane. It's insanity. There's no way. It doesn't matter if it's in the records, if it's in the blueprints. You don't. You wouldn't. Okay? The Golden Gate Bridge, which this is here, they say has like an 18-inch variance between summer and winter. Or is it 18 feet? Now I don't even remember. Now I want to look that up. I just want to look at it real quick. Golden Gate Bridge. What is that called? Variance or leeway? What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Bridge deflection. I think it would probably be in the Wikipedia somewhere. Let's just see here. We've got its main span is 4,200 feet. I thought somewhere in here it says the variance for the conception. Bridge, yes, okay. Levi Strauss, yes, we know that. Maybe I'm not going to find it. Let me see if I look up inches, if it's in there. Inches, inch is, yes. On the south side of the bridge, okay, that's not it. Western have an identical profile. Diameter bell. Nope, horns. 18-inch diameter bell. The bell diameter, I don't know if they're talking about some bell. Maybe see if it's under, maybe it is feet. Feet. We've got, they extend 20 feet out. They extend 20 feet out, 4,200 to main. Total height, 746. The roadway was widened by 2 feet. Curb, so width of 11 feet instead of 10 feet. 4,200 feet. Okay, nope. Its highway averages 220 feet above the waters. Okay, no, don't see it. Don't see it. Anyway, I did read it somewhere. It's like either 18 feet or 18, but it just varies between the winter and the summer. So to pretend like they took into account that it's going to have 4 centimeters difference is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And then I had somebody else tell me, well, you can tell that it's by the curvature of the earth because the bridge curves. No, dude. That's so that if you built it level, then all the cars on it would weigh it down and then it would be sagging. So that doesn't look very good for a bridge. It doesn't look very safe if the bridge is sagging. So again, there's nobody who can ever prove that they've ever taken that into account because it would be ridiculous. Everywhere you are is level. You don't build a bridge. I mean, let's go back here and just think. If you have a 660 feet is 1/8 inch of curve. Do we have anything that's 660 feet long that's one piece? If your answer is no, then they don't take it into account. You wouldn't. It means it's less than 1/8 of an inch for every single piece that we would ever use. So you're kidding yourself if you believe that we're building bridges with an 1/8 inch clearance or something. It's just insane. I don't know why we have to lie about things. This is why people distrust you, because you can't be so in love with the sphere that you just make shit up. Just doesn't work. Okay, so anyway, let's just finish this off. We got this is the Marianas Trench. I just wanted to show people how deep the deepest part of the earth is. There you go. And how high Mount Everest is, the highest part of the earth. We've got a plane up here flying. Again, planes fly over the plane of the earth. Does it nose down? It doesn't need to nose down. If it nose down, it descends. We don't want it to descend. We want it to stay the same distance at all times above the ground. Okay, the ground is flat and level. So the plane is flying, and as the Earth starts going away, the plane just stays on it. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? If the atmosphere is changing with the curve, then it just stays at the same height above the ground. It's not even difficult to figure out. So that's basically size matters. Wake up. Stop believing liars. And size matters as far as like the spin, right? So 1,000 miles per hour seems very fast to us. But just like if I told you, hey, I rode on my bike today 500 miles per hour, you would think that's insane, right? But an airplane can go 550 miles per hour, no problem. Okay, so what's the difference there? Well, it's a size difference, and it's also you're on the ground. And so if you're on the ground, you're going to be moving, if you're on the ground moving that fast, 550 miles per hour in a car or in a bike, you're going to know it. You're driving and flying through atmosphere. You're going to know it. It's not the issue when you're in the plane, and the plane is flying through the atmosphere, but you're inside the plane, secluded, and that's why you can't even tell the speeds very fast. Can you tell that the plane's going 500 miles per hour? Can you tell that you're going, what is that? About 10 times faster than you go in a car on the freeway? 8 times faster? You could never tell that. I wonder why. I wonder why you can't tell that. Size matters. Okay, the Earth spinning 1,000 miles per hour is so slow that you'll never even see it spin. And again, did I know that originally? No, I thought that the sound of 1,000 miles per hour sounded insane. But then you can go to Solar System Scope, and I believe we had figured this out, that this is live, right? We watched it last time and saw it move just a little bit. Hopefully this tab is muted. I always have to remember to do that. Mute this tab. Where is it? Yeah, good. Still muted. I like how it saves that. It's pretty nice of Chrome. Appreciate that. Let me show you this. We're going to move it over here. You see that? Yeah. Okay, so again, click the screen. Thank you. So here's the Earth. And okay, that right there is spinning. It is spinning 1,000 miles per hour. Look at how fast it's going. We would all fly off into space. Wait, maybe we wouldn't. We cannot fathom the size of the Earth. We cannot even imagine it. Our brain won't let us. But think of how long it takes to fly across the United States. New York to San Francisco takes 5.5 hours in a plane going 550 miles per hour. And think of how small that is on the globe. Okay, so it takes, the Earth is gigantic. And so this is actually spinning right now at 1,000 miles per hour. Now you might be saying, what, Jared, it makes no sense. How could that be possible? Well, because the Earth is 25,000 miles around. So if it goes around once a day, then what? Then it's moving 1,000 miles per hour. Now to us, our brains don't, they malfunction. They check out here. They're like, but that doesn't make any sense. It does make sense if you just don't believe liars. And you actually use your head and think. Okay, so that's, believe it or not, it is moving. And you can see down here it's moving. And you just can't see it. We had to get in here last time. Oops, it went right through the Earth. How about that? We watched it and we saw that, this is spinning. It's just spinning so slowly. So again, I didn't come up with the model. One thing I think that is for sure just rude of us too, is flat earthers go around claiming that the globe Earth is some deception and it's a satanic and all these things. Okay. But do we recognize that it makes predictions? Do we recognize that it must have some semblance of truth? Can you imagine it just being a complete and total lie? How would you not figure it out? How would you not be able to make observations and things that just don't work? Okay. And we don't. You don't have any. What's your best evidence that the globe doesn't work? Water lies flat? Yeah, I just showed you how that works on a big Earth. Oh, but that the ground's flat beneath our feet? Yeah, I just showed you how that works. Oh, that we see too far? Yeah, we see too far because there's an atmosphere that works as a lens, which allows you to see further than geometrically you should be able to. End of story. Let's move on. Get over it. We were wrong. It's time to be grown-ups and move on. The problem is that we've never, as flat earthers, brought anything to the plate, to humanity. Nothing. And at a certain point, I realized we never will. There's nothing here. We're just banging our heads against the wall and keep saying the same thing. We can't tell the shape of the ground by the lights in the sky. Well, of course, because the lights in the sky prove you wrong. So I get it. All right, let's go back and get on to number 18, I believe, which was size matters was number 19. Let's bring it back over here and we'll get you on the screen. Okay, good. All right, let's go. Here we go. We are on to number 18. I'm on the wrong screen. I'll get this eventually. There we go. So the next one is number 18. And it is, oh, great. Perfect segue, Jaren. You've provided nothing to humanity. Okay. Do you want to be part of a club that is quite clearly a cult and that provides nothing to humanity? Nothing. Snot-nosed kids at bowling alleys is all we provide. And people being rude, people being cocky for no reason, pretending that they belong in a scientific discussion or debate. These people go around screaming, we have no model, we have no map, we make no claims. And they think they should be welcomed at the scientific discussion. Go home. Go home. It's over. It's done. You've outstayed your welcome. You brought nothing in 10 years. You have no map. You have no model. You have no claims. Correct. It's the same as my 4-year-old. Maverick is not allowed in scientific discussions because he has no model, he has no map, and he makes no claims. Besides, I just shit my diaper. That's about it. Now, and he's usually right on that one. So, all right, let's go to number 17. You provided nothing to humanity. That's just the way it is. It's a fact. Please tell me the one thing you provided. P-Brain made some diagrams of some rays of light. I mean, what do we do? There's nothing. Okay, how about this one? Daylight hours per latitude. Okay, again, we'll bring up the Andrew Marsh model just to show it again. Can you get through these quickly? We've got this model here. Okay, and in that model, you've got Z Earth, and everywhere on the same latitude has the same daylight hours every day. Imagine that. So if you look here, daylight hours of 12:17 on March 21st. Oh, it's today. Daylight hours of 12:17. Now, if I just take this here and I move the longitude around, okay, look at the daylight hours. 12:17. Everywhere that you are on the Earth on that latitude. That's insanity. If you don't understand that that creates a symmetry, what shape would provide such symmetry? Think about it. Does a flat map provide that? No. No matter where we move. Let's go down here. Okay, oops, back out a little bit. There you go. Let's go down to here. Okay. The crazy thing is we're on the equinox. So of course, everything's about the same, but let's go to a different date. How about, we'll go to December or October, whatever. October. Okay. Now look at, we're down here at, oops, that's time. There we go. So we're down here at 40 degrees latitude. Look at the time, 12:45. Watch as we move around, 12:45. Everywhere on the same latitude has the same hours. That only works because you live on a sphere. Okay? We can go somewhere else, even further south. Of course, people are like, what about Steve Falconer's? Steve Falconer didn't take into account the fact that when they talk about sunrise and sunset, they're talking about with mountains in the way. So imagine you're in Antarctica and there's a huge mountain in the way. Is that going to affect when your 24-hour day is, when it starts and when it stops? Is it going to affect when you actually consider that sunrise? Of course. Of course that's going to happen. So that's why he's like, oh, they have all these time differences and they have all the... Yeah, because you said they're 67 miles apart and you're pretending like they are... You're looking at the sunrise sunset times that are actually taking into account topography. Okay? That's not what we mean by the globe Earth is a mathematical model. In this model here, do you think it takes into account the mountains for sunrise sunset? No. It's telling you mathematically how it works. Now, of course, we've got to adjust that based on your local surroundings. How high are you up? Are you at a high elevation? That makes a difference. So let's go down a little bit further. How about let's go down to, okay, 63. And look at the daylight time. We've got 13:43. Move the longitude. What do you think? 13:43. Okay. Now you can go check this. You can check it with SunCalc. You can check those things. Now, if you do, and it's off 3 minutes, do you understand what I just said about topography? Nobody said it's a mathematical perfect model that knows every mountain. That doesn't make sense. Think, please. Please, just think. It's not that difficult. Okay, let's go up to the north. Let's go all the way to, let's see. Let's go down to, no, we go north. We move this here. Let's go to, actually I want to change the date. Let's go down to December 21st. There we go. So I just checked the chat. Somebody says, why does flat earthers despise math? Well, because it's a little difficult, right? So it's just better to ignore. It's just easier to ignore than it is to actually learn and figure it out. So again, let's go up to the north here. You'll see that we've got, what do we got? 3 hours and 8 minutes. Okay, up there. on December 21st, if we take this, what do you think is going to happen as we move around that circle? 308. Okay, if you don't understand that is very peculiar, unless you live on a symmetrical land. Okay? Again, I have to keep repeating because people don't understand it. Nobody feels like they're spinning. Nobody feels like they live on a globe. Nobody feels that way. What they do is they've made that determination based on evidence that you want to exclude. Oh, we can't look at the sky. Oh, great. So you determine because what? The sky proves you wrong. Oh, then yeah, we better not use that. Flat Earth will definitely learn from their mistakes when they don't accept evidence that goes against them. That makes sense. Makes sense. So that should tell you something. Okay, so we're on December 21st here. Let's go to somewhere like, this is it. Let me do an even number. So you can type it in here. Let's go 55. Okay, so we're at 55 degrees north. And let's look at the time, 10:02. Okay, 55 degrees north, 10:02. Everywhere's 10. Oops. What happened? 55 north. Did I mess up? What was I looking at? Oh, I was probably looking at the date and time. Sorry. So now we're looking at the 7:10 is the daylight hours. 7:10. Okay, so 55 north, 7:10 on December 21st. So now if we go to negative 55, okay, negative 55, and we take this to June 21st. So we just went to its equal half up above, right? And we get the daylight hours of, where are we at here? 7:10. Okay. So hopefully you start to see that this is a congruent, a matching sphere. The things on the top are the things on the bottom. So this is what it took me to realize, and somebody asked me yesterday, how come the sun was so high in your sky in Antarctica? Just come and see. And by the way, to Darthball, and everyone on the stupid channel of the retards, I forgot what it's called now, Flatzoid and the Retard 7, they don't get it. They think that you can place the South Pole somewhere. Like even Dirth said, maybe they didn't, maybe they took them somewhere else. Dirth, pay attention. Tard, pay attention, please. If you go to negative 79 degrees, where is Union Glacier? Okay. And we take the date to December 14th. Okay. This is the day we got there. Do you realize that the sun had to do exactly what the sun is supposed to do? Do you see this red line here? That is the sun. Do you see how it's at the high in the north, in the low in the south? Do you see its degrees are what we saw, what we observed? You couldn't take us somewhere else. We wouldn't see this. The sun must do this. That's how we know we were at. That's how they can't lie to you about the earth. If you weren't so fucking stupid and telling people lies, maybe you'd get it. Maybe you'd get it. I mean, the guy is just not thinking, I think. He had this video. Where's it at here? I want to show you this real quick because this is pretty sad of him. It's over here. Pretty sad. Because here's the thing. You have to be smart enough to know what you're saying is a lie. And sometimes I don't think that he actually even cares.
Now, 45 minutes later, it'll tell you that it took off.
Let me show you this.
And now you're going to fly it, right? I'd like to see them from Florida fly a drone that's in California, okay? And move it around, or in China, right? But this is NASA just announced they on
if Dirt just says NASA just announced, know that he's about to lie.
Mars, they saw these weird rocks, right? But if we
seems real so far. So it says they're an enigma. NASA's rover discovers bizarre Martian rocks that defy explanation. Okay,
look right here.
Yeah, what's there?
There's a friggin' plant.
Right. So what do you think, Dave? Do you think that NASA put out and announced a photo that has a weed in it? Are you that fucking stupid? Or do you think that the article that you're talking about isn't real? Or do you think the photo isn't real? Did you even look? NASA didn't announce anything. You made it up. Okay. If you go and you search that exact line, what did he say? I forgot what he said, the title of it. You can find they're enigmas NASA's rover discovers. So just search that, Dave. How hard is it to search things? Are you from the Edward Hendrie School of Research? I think so. So this is what I realized is I was the only one doing this kind of research. So I'm not going to do it for Flat Earth anymore. Sorry. I'm not going to follow up on everybody's bullshit. They're enigmas. NASA rover Discovers bizarre. Let's just search that, see if we can find out where this came from. Takes a little bit of work, So we've got a MSN article here. There it is. We see it. Let me see if you can see it. Where are you at? Yeah. Right here. They're enigmas. Okay, this is from the MSN. We go there. Let's see. Oh, it is an article. What do you know? They're enigmas. NASA's rover. Okay, and there's that picture, and we've got a plant in it. Wow, what do we got? Okay, so where is this from NASA? They're enigmas. NASA's rover from the Daily Galaxy Discoveries Channel. That's it. That's where you got this from? That's NASA announcing? Is this shit website nobody's ever heard of? Discover the Daily Galaxy. This is not evidence of anything other than a bad writer. Okay, let's go to the Daily Galaxy. It's just a website. That's the only place this article showed up. You took it from there and made a declaration that NASA said. What do you mean? Just because this article says that? Where is the quote from NASA? So you're lying to people, Dave. And you should know that. Are you really that stupid that you're like, NASA just let this picture go out with a weed in it? And by the way, it's not one weed. If you actually bring up that picture, there's weeds all over. There's weeds here, there's weeds back here, there's a tree over here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So this is what I'm talking about. If you are a flat earther, recognize, please, you're being lied to by a con man. His app is leaking. Dude, the guy tells everybody it's fine, everything's fine. MC Toon knew where he landed his airplane, or where he landed on when he got back from his trip. He knew exactly why, because he can see Dave's location. Dave, listen up, dipshit. People know where you're at. They're tracking your location. How do you think they're doing that? You have not paid a penny towards getting this app fixed because you don't give a shit about people. You obviously don't give a shit about me. You obviously don't give a shit about the people who paid for your app. That's why next week starts the longest running series in the history of the internet, Dirtball of the Week. You are a dirtball, period. All right, let's get back to it. That was, I don't even remember what number we're on now. Got lost. What were we at? We did daylight hours per latitude. We covered that. We're good. We're happy. Let's get it back here. There we go. We're good. We've got number 16. We'll take a break at 10, just number 16. Once flat, they won't let you go back. That's a pretty big reason to jump ship now. The longer you stay in, the more you will be forced to. Okay, what they did to Patricia, Robbie Davidson, Paul on the plane, myself, is they've made a scene so that nobody else feels comfortable leaving. It's just like a gang. When you get out of a gang, they jump you so that nobody else in the gang wants to leave. This is what they've done. They've jumped us, and that's their goal, is to keep keep the focus on us so that nobody else feels comfortable leaving. If you think this is a good group to be in, a group that literally has nothing. Okay, they can make fun of me and Patricia and Robbie as much as they want. They can do it as much as they want. And they have. They've been having quite a field day with it. I'm just going to show you something here, if I can find this image. Oh, I know where I put it. Having a whole bunch of people texting me. You are big time getting mentioned on Joe Rogan. Yes, I know. All right, so I have it here. I'll bring up this image, which is I sent it to here. Okay. How about that image, huh? This kind of stuff that people make. Because, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. We are the... Oh, you can't see it. Move this down. We are the flip-floppers. So you see what happens when you change your mind based on evidence? Only a cult would say you're flip-flopping. What do you mean? We changed our mind due to the evidence. No, you're flip-floppers. You do. Okay, that's a little bit different. Okay? And yeah, that's what they think is funny. Good for you guys. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Okay? I would get out now. Number 15. 69 miles per degree. If you go tonight and measure your degree to Polaris, or if you're in the south, to Sigma Octantis. Move over. Okay, so we go here. Let's go to the United States. Come on. Stupid ball Earth. Oh, sorry. I mean, lovely ball Earth. My bad. Let me see here. Again. And again, it's not because I now feel like, oh, Jaron now feels like he lives. No, I don't feel like I live on a sphere. But that's not what dictates what is truth. Not what I feel like. It's what is the case. Okay. Now, if we go down here and we find a spot, let's say we want to find a degree of longitude here. Let's go, or latitude, sorry. What did I say? I was 69 miles per degree. All right. So 36.3. Okay. We'll go from there. Let me get in there. So 36.3, we're going on this. You have to stay on the north-south line, and we're going to go to 37.3. Okay, 37.3. And if we bring this over, what do you want to guess? It's 69 miles. It is 69 miles exactly. And if you took your angle to Polaris, it would increase by 1. So if you were at 37 degrees, now you're at 38 degrees. What do you think happens if we multiply that number out? Let's bring up a calculator. Let's say where's the calculator? Come on, show up. There we go. You've got 69 miles times degrees. We're going times 360, and it's going to be the circumference of the Earth. Okay? So you can figure this out on your own. Call your friend in Bangladesh and call a friend in China and call a friend in Russia and have them each drive 69 miles north, take their angle to Polaris. When it adjusts by 1 degree, then you know you're on a sphere. We tested this down in Punta Arenas. It happened there. So what else do you need? Stop crying. Get over it. You were wrong. We were wrong. It's okay. Move on. 69 miles per degree. Definitely a reason to get off the flat Earth. It doesn't make any sense on a flat Earth and never will. How about number 14. Sorry, I didn't know what I did with my... Number 14. Are we on number 14? Yes. Distance of a degree of longitude. Yes. Let's bring this over. If we take this map here and we're talking about a degree of longitude, then what we need to do, let's say we're going to the very... Oops. Go back one. Let's say we're going to the very tip of... Let me go here and make this a little larger for you. Make this over. There we go. Okay, so let's say you're going down to the very tip of Australia here. Okay, so to figure out what that longitude per degree would be, is we just need to take a measurement from here to here. Okay, once we know that, then we know the radius. And of course, we know it's 2 pi r. Okay, so we just need to figure that out and we'll be able to see. So let's bring the globulars up. And again, it's called an equidistant map because it's supposedly equal distance to those places. So from the center. So we're going to grab a measuring tool. We are going to go from here to, where's Australia? Over here. Let's go way down here. Okay. So let's go to there. That is 8788. Oh, sorry. 8791. So again, 2 pi r. We can do 6.28 times 8791. Okay, that is 55,207. Now, if we divide that by 360, we're going to get the distance between each degree of longitude. It is 153. Remember that. Put that over there. Now let's go down here and see what does the globe say. If 1 degree of longitude is 153 miles on the flat Earth, what is it on a globe Earth? Let's save that. And let's go with another measuring tool. And we're going to now do longitude lines, and we're trying to find one full line. So we're going to go one. I need to get a different number there. Okay, there we go. 14425 here. Hello? What is not? Something's on the screen here. Okay, there we go. Back up here. Here we go. 14425 to 14525. Uh-oh. 53 miles. 55 miles. 153 versus 55. Do you think that that's humanly possible to hide from us? Don't you think somebody would get in their car to drive to their friend's house and say, I'll be there in an hour, you're only 55 miles away, and then show up 3 hours later? Be like, I don't know what the hell just happened. I was just driving, I was going the speed limit. It seemed like the longest 53 miles of my life. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes they lie to you about where you live, and we're just not smart enough to figure it out. That would be found out in an instant. Flat earthers, just wake up. Just accept that we're not the smartest in the world. And we overplayed our hand and we overthought that our truth, we thought we had something we don't. It's okay. You'll live. I promise you. Okay, so that is just not possible. Now, if we want to even go further than that, let's bring up one other one just to show the absolute ridiculousness of it. If we take a place in Antarctica, like over here, say we go to 80 degrees south where we were, okay, then we can take the globe again. We can draw a line from the North Pole to 80 degrees south. Figure out what that distance is. Here we go. Line, move, grab it, go. We'll go all the way to 80 degrees south. Oops. Where's 80, 82, 81, 80. Okay, so we're here at 80 degrees. That is 11,729. Bring this back over. We've got 11,729 times brain fart. Oh yeah, 6.28. Okay, and we get 73,658. So 73,658 divided by 360 equals 204. Okay, so this is 204 miles down here at 80 degrees. Let's try and run and see what it is. So there's 79.5, 75. There we go. So 79.75 to 80.75, right? And it's, wait, hold on. 79.75 to 80. That's south. Sorry, my bad. This way. I was getting confused. I was like, that's not right. So 127, how does it 69 miles? So 127 to 128. There you go. That's your longitude. It is 11 miles, 10 and a half miles. You kidding me? So it's really 204, but we just believe it's 11. You don't think people would die? You don't think planes would crash? You don't think people would run out of skidoo gas? Guys, wake up. This is not possible at all. Will anybody cover this? Will anybody address this? Absolutely not. They can't. It's unaddressable unless they just say, oh, it's fake. The globe Earth. Oh, you went off Google Earth. That's why. No, I also used the flat map I just showed you. A degree of longitude in the south is 10 miles. A degree of longitude on the flat Earth is 204. Now imagine if we went further south. What if we went to 88 south? Do you realize what would happen? Do you realize that 88 south, so here's 89. Let's go to 88 just for fun. So at 88 south, there we are. Give me 88 even. Whatever. And then we go 1 degree here. So this 46, 47, 48. Yep. So 1 degree is here. 1 degree of longitude there is 2.5 miles. 2.25 miles. Do you realize that on the flat Earth, it'd be even more than this? Even more than 204? It's impossible. It's impossible. I wish I would have known this ahead of time. I would have gone there and measured it myself because it's only 2.5 miles. Measure it and be like 2.5 miles, solved, end of story. But we didn't do that. But supposedly, I don't know what Tune and Critical Think did, but they measured in Punta Arenas and then at the 80 degrees mark. So you have to wait for them to come out with that info. But I still think that's all. It's a cut and dry. It's over. It's over. Give it up. These are things you can measure this yourself. What's that asshole's name in South Africa? Factlessoid. You live in South Africa, right? Let's move you over here. So why don't you do some actual real work and not just, hey guys, you know, can you tell me this? Can you shut up? Shut your mouth. Spin this around. Globe, move. I forgot where you live. I did see where you do your little vacation down there somewhere in the south over here. But let's just say you're down here in Durban, whatever it is. Durban. Okay, so let's get down here. Let's do a degree here. Because you can go measure this yourself, and then you can stop being so retarded. We've got 30.95 to, let's go here. That's 30.1 to 31.1. Okay, so right here, if we measure here to here, which you can go do yourself, measure it out, you get 60 miles. Okay, 60 miles to Durban. Let's go with up here now. We're going to measure to clear from Durban to the North Pole. Oops. Flying around like crazy. All right, and go there. That's 8,250. So 8,250 times 6.28 equals 51,810 divided by 360 equals 143. Do you see the problem? You can go measure that. You can find out today that you're wrong. But you won't because you're ego. Because you think you're a Christian and you're some good person. You're not. You lie about people. You're not a good person. Okay? Not at all. So you can go do that yourself. What did we say it was? I don't even remember now. What was it? It was, so it's 143 versus what? Can't remember now. I should have just, so we said we're doing from here to here. 60. 143 versus 60. It's not even possible. It's insane that you guys can't just admit you're wrong. When I realized I was wrong, what did I come back and do? Told you I was wrong. Admitted I was wrong. Showing you that I'm wrong. What do you guys do? Double down. Say we faked it. Say a bunch of bullshit. Say the sun still doesn't circle down there. What is the point then? You guys are in a position that you'll never admit you were wrong. That's why I'm trying to keep people from falling in with you. Because they will get trapped. They will lose family. They will lose friends. They will lose money. They will lose their job. They'll lose their wife. They'll lose their kids. Because they choose to go with the cult rather than the truth. Pretty sad. Dave, I hope you feel good about doing that too, by the way. All right. I've had people call me and tell me that their husband or wife left them. Let me bring up this because I said I was going to cover it and I forgot. Let's listen to this portion here. Hopefully
he's such a beautiful artist, you know. He created such a beautiful thing. But they're saying, well, now it's...
Gonna go back a
I'd
little
like to move into the, like, you showing the pictures of, like, the babies with, like, the raccoon eyes.
If we're confused about who we even are, where we are, what we're doing here, where we live, then from there they can tell you anything they want, and people just become... So if you get told that your most obvious even are, where...
So, you know...
So somebody was pointing out that if you listen to this, I actually say to her that once you know the truth about the flat earth, you can't go back. That was their point of sending this to me. How could you say that? And then, well, because I didn't know that we were believing in lies. Do you understand? How do you not understand? I thought the South was a lie. So meaning once you see that the South's a lie, you can never go back. But once you see that you've been lied to and it's not a lie, then does it make sense? Then does it make sense? So I was under false impressions. I was under false beliefs. And that doesn't help you make good decisions. So nobody's saying I've made good decisions my entire life. I'm saying I've had to change my opinion because of my bad decisions. So to then show me a video of me saying something that was based off faulty information, that's not showing me anything. Yeah, I know. I based that off of thinking the South was a lie and thinking everything that people were saying was true. And I turned out to be false. So I just wanted to bring that up. So I cleared that up for people. All right, let's get back to the, I was like, what is a hamburger on the screen for? All right, let's get back to here. We are on to number, we did that one. Degree of longitude. That one's pretty much, that should be cut and dry. There's no way to answer that. And you'll never show that it's the longer distance ever. Okay, let's continue. We've got up next, number 13. Number 13. Do I have any sound effects for that? Enrique, anything for 13? Enrique? Never mind. All right, we've got direction of the sunset. Right. How about this? Okay. And this is maybe a little far-fetched, but I think it's also possible. If you dropped me today, blindfolded, somewhere on the earth, I could tell you immediately whether you're in the north or I'm in the south. The second thing is when midnight came around, or nighttime, I'd be able to then know what latitude I'm on. These things are fantastic. Imagine that. All you need to do is turn around and look at the sun. So you get dropped somewhere, you're like, shit, I don't know where I'm at. How would I know? Well, let's look. Okay, here's the globe Earth. Let's put ourselves first here in the south. Let's say they drop us here. We don't know where we're at. They just drop us here. Okay, and we go, oh man, I got dropped here. I don't know where I'm at. What do I do? How am I going to figure it out? Well, we just look up at the western sky. Or look at the west. Now we're looking west. Let's get down to the beach size here. Okay, so right away, we're just going to watch the sunset. And the sunset will tell you where you're at. Here comes the sun. Okay. Oops, sunset. Look at the sun setting. Oh, you can't see that. Gosh darn it. Hold on. Move this over there. Maybe you can see a little better. Yeah, it's a little higher. Move out of the way thing. All right, so now we're watching the sun. Here comes the sun. Look at it. It's setting right to left. Guess what? You're in the south. Wow, how does that work on a flat earth? Answer, it doesn't. It doesn't work at all. And you should figure that out. You should be able to figure that out now. I don't think that people get it. I don't think that they're paying attention. I don't think so.
Dude, you need to get a grip. No, you need to get a globe, huh?
Dude, Enrique, you're going to get fired. Keep quiet. I don't want to talk about that right now. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate that. Why is your hand up? I don't understand the point of that. Why are you raising your hand? Go ahead.
Un poco lento. You should just get over it. Your show sucks anyway. I liked it better cuando la tierra was plana.
Wow, this guy's he's going to get fired. All right, so you got the sun going right to left in the south. Okay, so let's say instead they drop us over here. We got dropped here randomly. Oops, now where you're at. Oh, geez, I better look at the sunset. And I'll be able to tell, let's see which way it goes. Oh, the sun's setting left to right. I'm in the north. Okay, if they happen to drop you on the equator, it's a little bit more difficult because you're going to have a little bit, it's Tropic of Cancer. Get over to the equator. Boom. If they drop us here, you're going to have a little bit of a question because you're going to have to watch the sunset. Here it comes. Oops, I think it's going to be further north than I am. Let's move. What date are we on? March 21st. Oh, wait, we're on the equinox? Oh, they just dropped right down. So there's the equinox dropping directly at 270 west, and it rose behind us directly at 90. Okay, the earth tells you where you live. The earth tells us where we live. We've run around for 10 fucking years pretending they can fake us out about where we live, and the sun tells you. The sun tells you. Do you want to continue being an inept, stupid person? Do you wonder why Globers run around joking, laughing, calling us retards? The earth tells you where you live. You choose to ignore it. You choose to ignore it. Okay? I ignored it for a long time. Then when I saw it, it's like, oh shit. It's right freaking in front of us. It's right there.
That goes by my...
Let me bring this up for you. I hope I saved the time in here. I don't know if I did. 2:18. Let me see if this has it. I want to hear something that these guys said so you get it. How about this?
I love this, and I always ask people this. And even if you're already a flat earther or a biblical cosmologist, whatever, you got to ask this question. If no one had ever told you that the earth was a ball rotating around in space, what experience and or observations would you have made through your life that would even lead you into that direction of thinking?
What I just showed you, Sav. What I just showed you. What I showed you from Punta Arenas. Let's go to Punta Arenas and tell me if you can't figure this out. If you're not sharp enough to figure this out. Okay, we're going to put in here Punta Arenas. Punta Arenas. You're willfully ignorant. That's what we were as flat earthers. Willfully ignorant. We wanted to be wrong. We wanted to be dumb because there's no other excuse. Here in Punta Arenas, where we were, looking west. Oops, I always try and do that. I can't touch that screen. Okay, so we're going here. We're looking west. Okay, for us, it was December. Let's get to December. It's 3:20. It's here we go. We're going to December. There we go. Okay, so this is 12:10. Let's move it forward a little bit. 12:10. Okay, that's good. That'll work. Okay, now look at the sun setting. Shoot, look up a little bit this way. There we go. And this is what we saw. Edward Hendrie, wake up, dumb fuck. Wake up. Pay attention. Not faked. Not if this is not fake. This is Google Earth. If this was wrong, somebody who lives there would say, hey, that's wrong. Nobody's ever said that. Just Edward Hendrie. Oh, they lied. They faked it. It's a CGI sunset. Why? The sun sets there. Do you see which way I'm looking, Edward? Do you know how to read the screen? See how this is south of west? Oh, they pretended that it set south to west, but they're lying. It's a CGI sun. No, it's not. The sun sets. Look at the sun's doing. I saw this for myself. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, fuck. Damn it. Because if you keep turning to the south here, on that December day, you can see the sun barely under the horizon, and you can look at the light. The light is still there. And it comes right back up. Guess what? It just brought sun to Africa. It just brought sun to Africa and Australia in that time that it dipped like that. What? How is that possible? Because Australia's on the other side of the ball. These are not difficult. These are not difficult. We just choose to be willfully ignorant. Okay? So, Sav, you said, what evidence would tell us that we live on a ball? Anybody looking at the sun in the south, like your buddy Factlissoid? He should be able to tell you. Go ask him. Does the sun set south of west like this? Does it look like that? Does it come down right to left and go under the earth just for a little bit and come right back up? Because guess what? Then it's not going off to the right on a flat earth map. It's not. The Tropic of Capricorn doesn't go to the right. Wakey, wakey. not sleepy, sleepy, old man sleepy. Okay, let's go to the next one. We've got numero direction of sunset. So I talked about that. In the north, everybody knows left to right. We see it every day. In the south, they see the opposite, right to left. How does that make any sense on this map? Everybody in the south sees the sun set this way, this way, this way, this way. Everybody in the south sees that. This guy sees this. This guy sees this. This guy sees this. We saw this. Get it? Everybody in the south sees the sunset right to left. That only works on a globe. It would never work on this flat earth. The sun needs to go around like this. But you'd rather be willfully ignorant. Okay? Oops, what did I do? Did I go too far? Hold on. I might have screwed up my screen there. We have direction of sunset. Okay, now we're on number 12. We're good. Good. Go. Go. Good. All right, 24-hour sun in the south. Simple as could be. Simple as could be. I don't even really need to show you. You should figure it out. If we went here and we go to Union Glacier, UNIONGLACIER. Remember, this happens in the north. Everybody agrees with that. If it happens in the north and it happens in the south, what would you believe? You have choices. You can do what I did and defect and admit you were wrong, or you can be like that dirtball Sov. And you can be like, there is no 24-hour sun because if there is, then I'm wrong. Right. So then throw me under the bus, lie to your entire audience so that you're not wrong. What a good guy to watch. What a good guy to pay attention to. That's who you want to know is Sov and his brilliance. Oh, where do we go? I said Union Glacier, Antarctica. Where did this thing take me? Don't want Union Glacier in California. All right, now we're going down to Union Glacier. We're already at the December 14th date. So what do you think is going to happen when we get down here? Will we see the sunrise? What do you think? We turn around, we look up again. Edward Hendrie. Somebody would have admitted that. Oh, and I sent Edward Hendrie something too. I'll show you in a second. Oh, shoot. Where did I put it? Did I save it? I hope I did. If not, I'd have to go to the email. Schedule. What is this? Antarctic cruises. Why did I save this? I don't know why I saved this. Weird. All right, let me real quick, because I think it's important to show. I got to go to my Outlook email and grab this link, because this is the kind of thing that you should do if you are a researcher, not like this guy. Where's Edward Hendrie's emails? Here we go, Edward, and I sent you the, oh wait, wait, what? No, that's your Substack email. I want the email between us. Sent, and Edward Hendrie, and where did I put your link? Here we go. Check this out. This is the ice marathon, because he said when we got there, there was nobody there at the camp. And I said, dipshit, the plane that we came in on picked up the people from the marathon. Okay, there was nobody there. There's a lot of people there. Now, you'll notice that this keeps coming up. Here's the Antarctic Ice Marathon 2024. Here's 2023. Here's 2022. Here's 2021. Here's 2019. Here's 2018. Here's 2017. Here's 2016. Here's 2015. Guess what? All these people would have to be liars. They would all have to be in on it. They all had Axion accounts. They all were compromised. They all were debaucheries. And they got paid off. But all these people are all agents out there getting paid millions of dollars to keep quiet that the sun fucking didn't set. Do you understand, Sov? You're a retard. You're lying to your audience, and it pisses me off. I didn't lie to my audience. You're lying to your audience. You can go to any one of these. Click it. So what is this? Oh, look, it's 2017. Wow, they're in Antarctica. Wow, do you think any of these people realize that the sun set and it shouldn't?
Global footprint. You should.
Of course, they know that the sun didn't set because it doesn't set
leave
there.
A mark. Don't leave anything behind. But put your.
Wow, look at that. It looks exactly like where I was at. Isn't that weird? I was there. They didn't take me somewhere else. I was there. Okay, you're a liar and a piece of shit.
All around the world.
You know, once you understand the fragility of life,
you can go to any of the years and see that these people go down there every single year. Not the same people, different people. Go to run this marathon. Okay, you can go there. Thank you very much, Zoom Array. There's Mount Rossman. Okay, do you see what's going on here? This is easy for anybody who's researching to figure it out. Look at all these dates. Okay. Now, I agree. You might be saying, but Jaron, you didn't see this site before. You're right. But I see it now. The expectation is real researchers, real truthers would see this and go, fuck, we were wrong. It's all right. There's a lot of lies out there. There's a lot of deception. There's a lot of conspiracies. Let's move to the real ones. Great. I agree. Let's go. Instead, I've got people digging their feet in, saying that we faked it, saying that the sun doesn't circle. It does set down there like retards. 2011. I mean, you can go and check this stuff out. It's very loud. I wonder if they're going to be at the same Union Glacier. It's the same camp.
Organizing them.
Ready for it, and I hope they do.
Oh, there's no footprints. This is fake. The sun sets. You know what? This is in a studio. Every time they went to the Vegas studio just is new, huh? Shit. They went to another. The Amazon studio is new too. Well, you don't know. The government had things for a long time before we know. So this is what happened: is that the government had a studio that they bring out here every time, and then the people all lie to the entire world. They don't care about lying to people. They don't care about lying to the entire world. They're just like, let's go down there and pretend we were down there in the snow. Let's pretend. No, it's real. It's real. Okay, these are the people that, when our plane came in, it picked up these people. Anybody remember my live stream? I mean, my live stream that shows this on the ice when I was there? We went and showed you. It says Antarctic Ice Wall. You remember, or Antarctic Ice Marathon. And then Witsit said, let's move the W around, or the M to a W, and make it say Antarctic Ice Wall. Do you guys remember? It's on my footage. Look at this. What is this from days before? So these people are all liars too, Sav. These people all had financial trouble. They must all work with Will Duffy, retard. Because they were there when the sun didn't set for them either. You're so fucking stupid, it scares me. I'm giving you the answers. I'm telling you the answers. You're choosing to disregard them and lie to your audience. And your audience chooses you over me. Why? Well, let's keep going with the numbers. You'll see why. You'll see why. Let's go back here. We got the 24-hour sun in the south. Did we show it? We didn't. Hold on. We're almost there. We're here. We are now going to look up. Down here. Should we go to Union Glacier so we can see? I forgot where we were. Search. I kind of moved away from it. There we go. So Union Glacier, this is where we landed the plane. Then we went down the little path. This is Union Glacier here. There's no lie here, Sav. Okay? There's no lie here, Edward Hendrie, who says the north is south and south is north. You retard. Not true. Okay? You can come down here and see, what did we see on December 14th? Look at the date of September. We look up at the sky, and what do you think that the sun's going to come around? What do you think? There's the sun doing exactly what it fucking did in the sky for me. You can't figure that out? You can't figure it out? That you can't go somewhere else? They can't take you to another part of Antarctica? So I don't respect any of you. I don't respect you, Dave Weiss, anymore. I thought that you were after the truth. You're not. You're after money. You're after lies. You just want to lie to people. Look at it dipping. Where does it dip? In the south. It'll be at its lowest in the south. Why is that? Well, that's because we know that that's where the South Pole is. There it is. That's going to be in the south. It's at its lowest. What do you want to bet? It's behind Mount Rossman or above Mount Rossman? There it is. Do you see what's going on here? This is exactly what we saw. And then it goes back up to the north. Okay, there it goes, whipping around the sky. Okay. And again, if we move then to the South Pole, then the sun doesn't change its altitude, which we talked to a girl who went down to the South Pole when we were there, and she told us that's exactly what happened. Let's move on. We're almost at a break. Don't worry if you're getting restless. Shake your legs out, stand up, and take a walk, please. We're at number 11. Number 11 is not accepting evidence. Well, that's clear. Dave Weiss chooses to block me rather than he says he won't watch anything I do. Doesn't refer to me. Well, of course, that's the only way you can continue lying to people and maybe feel good about it to yourself. Because if you watch these 20 things, then you would realize you're very wrong. If you pay attention to the fact that you just claim any article that says NASA says to be truth, you had a picture for the ever on your presentation that showed a hill in Greenland, and then it said NASA released exact same hill in Mars, as if that's even possible. Like somebody could release a picture of Mars and then you would go find the actual mountain in Greenland. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You're just lying. You're just lying to people. Okay, not accepting evidence, you name it. The flat earth is disgusting because when anything goes against their preconceived beliefs, they just say it was fake. They don't agree with it. They don't address it. Well, how are you ever going to come out of a belief system if you don't address falsities within your belief system. We don't address that. Well, what'd you say? That the sky proves the Earth's a sphere? Then we don't look at the sky to prove the ground. But it's evidence. Yeah, we don't look at that evidence. We only measure the ground. The ground's flat. Yeah, that's a globe claim. Yeah, but water lies level. Yes, that's a globe claim. Yeah, but we see too far. Yes, that's a globe claim. What do you have that's flat Earth evidence? We see too far. I just said that's what the globe says. You are not providing evidence of your theory. You are just saying words. Wake up. Wake up. All right, I got to go to the bathroom. We're going to be right back. We are going to listen to a fun song that I enjoy a lot during this break. Do I still have it? Where is it? This one. Good. We'll be right back. You're listening to Jeranism Friday Unplugged. We got much more coming up, the other 10, and then an AMA. Don't go anywhere, please. We'll be right back. Till then, I love you. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. 20 on the shot clock, hold on, don't start. Snacks stash deep, hit the fridge, hit the cart. Popcorn popping, microwave sound singing. Phone buzz loud, group chat still pinging. Wait for it. 2 minutes just a flash, grab a drink, text your boo, make it fast. Blowing O's, chill vibes as they flow. Spread the word, share the show, let them know. Skip the ads, let it breathe, let it marinate. Time's quick, no trick, don't overcomplicate. Couch dip low like sitting in quicksand. Showtime soon, countdown in hand. Clock ticks, you can almost taste the beat. Feet up, zoned out, time sheet delete. Living in the pause, it's the in-between. Scene setter making moves with the routine. Wait for it. 2 minutes just a flash, grab a drink, text your boo, make it fast. Blowing O's, chill vibes as they flow. Spread the word, share the show, let them know. Break's almost done, clock reels us back. Snacks in hand, energy intact. Hit the playlist, seat warm like a throne. Show locked in, it's yours all alone. Yeah. 20 on the shot clock, hold on, don't start. Snacks stash deep, hit the fridge, hit the cart. Popcorn popping, microwave sound singing. Phone buzz loud, group chat still pinging. Wait for it. 2 minutes just a flash, grab a drink, text your boo, make it fast. Blowing O's, chill vibes as they flow. Spread the word, share the show, let them know. Skip the ads, let it breathe, let it marinate. Time's quick, no trick, don't overcomplicate. Couch dip low like sitting in quicksand. Showtime soon, countdown in hand. Clock ticks, you can almost taste the beat. Feet up, zoned out, time sheet delete. Living in the pause, it's the in-between. Scene setter making moves with the routine. Wait for it. 2 minutes just a flash, grab a drink, text your boo, make it fast. Blowing O's, chill vibes as they flow. Spread the word, share the show, let them know. Break's almost done, clock reels us back. Snacks in hand, energy intact. Hit the playlist, seat warm like a throne. Show locked in, it's yours all alone.
Welcome back. Hopefully you got a snack. Wait for it. It is episode number 11 of Jeranism Friday Unplugged. We're talking about the top 20 reasons you should flip from flat to globe. I just got a text message from somebody who says you're slaying the globe. I mean, you're slaying flat Earth. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I believe that is the case. Let's see here. Okay, let me bring this back over. And we are ready to continue. We got 10 more. Let's get to it. So we're at number 11. We finished that one, correct? Okay, good. I did see something funny in my video of me giving that presentation. There's somebody in the comments who said, That's not Jaren. Jaren was a lot fatter. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. That is the case. Been working, doing some hard work. And then also, if you want to replace a meal, replace it with Kachava. You take care of everything you need, all your vitamins, minerals, and a meal replacement. So I'm down to just 2 meals a day and feel great. Feel fantastic. And you can get $15 off. There's a link in the description if you want. It's been there for a while. All right, let's continue. Let's go with number 10. Numero 10. Number 10. All right, let's see what number 10 is. Tornadoes and hurricanes and the equator. Do you know about that? That no storms cross the equator. Okay. I just saw a graphic for it, which is very weird, right? It's not that they don't cross like the path of the sun. It's that they don't cross the actual equator. Okay. So that is peculiar. Let me show you this data here. Can we? No. Just save this. It's not really what I wanted to see. Put it on the desktop and let's open that up. Okay. So this is what, imagine this. This is what happens on the earth. Okay. They go here. The equator is where these storms go to die. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes. Okay. There's tons of graphics. You can bring it up. It shows you all these tornadoes, which happens to them. Why would they all die when they get to the equator? On a flat earth, it makes literally 0 sense. You'll never explain it. You can try, but you won't explain it because there's a model that explains it quite well, right? Oh, so going back to what I was saying earlier, I just want to bring this up. That we act like the globe is so far off, but they have a model that works, okay? So again, if you're going to supplant the globe, all you have to do is create a model that better explains reality than the globe, and you are miles and miles and miles away. We're not even close. The only thing we have is that, well, the Earth, the flat Earth says we don't spin, and we don't feel like we're spinning. Okay, good point for flat Earth. The flat Earth, the ground's flat beneath our feet, and the globe says it's curved. It's kind of rough evidence because the globe actually says it's flat, but okay, I'll give you that. So you have those two. Now that's the only two things you can explain better than you have no other explanations of anything. You don't even know what the stars are. You say they're lights in the sky. You don't know what the planets are. They're just lights in the sky. You don't look in the sky for the ground. They're just celestial things. Okay, well, where do we ever get to the point where you're providing something? Again, 10 years, we've provided nothing to humanity. It's embarrassing. I don't want to continue to provide nothing to people. You provide nothing. You've actually put people in peril. You've broken up families. You've broken up relationships. You've broken up marriages. You've probably caused some kids some emotional damage. And I'm saying you, but it's me as well. And I recognize that, and I call it out and say, I'm in the wrong. I need to make amends for the mistakes I made. I don't get to put my sins on Jesus. I accept I made mistakes and need to make up for them. You don't. Sov just doubles down, lies some more. Weiss doubles down, lies some more. Choose who you follow. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, let's go to the next one. That was number 19. Number 10. We're on to number 9. How about this? No map, no model, no predictions, no claims. Do you know what the definition of science is? Predictions, claims, models, maps. I mean, you are not even doing any kind of science. You're making no claims, and yet you say things like, we can't tell the shape of the ground by lights in the sky. That's a claim. That's a claim. Is it backed by any evidence? No, it's just your imagination. It's just your ability to disregard the evidence that goes against you. So you just say, we don't take that evidence into account. That's a claim. Why not? Why do we exclude evidence based on what you say? Dave Weiss is the arbiter of truth? I hope not, because then clouds have souls and they're all sentient beings and they fly around us and laugh about us, I guess. Who knows? That one's easy. Let's go on to the next one, shall we? Number 8. The sun is singular. It is physical. It rotates. Look at Melodome's work. Look at Crow 777. There's not two suns. There's not a apparent sun that manifests 30,000 miles away on the back wall of Antarctica because it also has to be above Australia. They lie to you. Anybody who tells you anything about Shane's model, that is a lie. It's a flat out theft. It is plagiarism. It is taking something that isn't for that reason and then just saying it does work for us. What do you mean? How did the sun get from above Australia to inside my dome in Antarctica? Oh, that's just an apparent sun. It apparently shows up there. It had the same sunspots though. Well, it's just apparent. Yeah, but why are we saying that? Why do you say it's just apparent? Because you need it to be. So the globe Earth says there's one sun and it's here. Great. It matches all observations. It matches everything. And then the flat Earth comes along and says, no. There's actually a sun over here and a sun where the globe says, So there's two suns and one of them is where the one sun for the globe is. Sorry, I'll take the one sun where the globe is for the win, please. Can I do that? One sun for the win? Thank you.
I win 1-0.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jack Black. This was nice. Way to go, Enrique. That was pretty good. Not bad. I'm impressed. Impressed with that one. All right, let's go with... Oh, but yeah, look at Melodome's work. He's showing that the sun is a physical item in the sky. He shows that the sunspots move across it in a predictable pattern based on the heliocentric model. Don't know what else to tell you. What are we supposed to do with evidence like that? Be liars like you? Or follow the evidence? Despite the hate that we get. Despite the lost money. Despite all that. We do that. Okay? So, again, is there two suns?
Survey said.
Very good, Enrique. There's not two suns. Okay? Is it a focal point of light manifesting in the sky in an apparent position?
Survey said.
Is it what Dave Weiss says?
Survey said.
Is it what all flat earthers say?
Survey said.
No, it's not. It is what we were taught, believe it or not. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. That was an easy one. How about number 7? Number 7. We got, north, south, or opposites. Again, in order for the flat earth to be true, the south must be a lie. The south's not a lie, therefore the flat earth isn't true. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. The flat earth has to have the south expanding away from you, outside of you. It doesn't repeat what it does in the north. How could it be that the sun does exactly what it does in the north 6 months later and it not be a symmetrical system? Go to 35 south, it's the same as 35 north 6 months later. Why is that? How could that be? The distance of lines of longitude changes, whether you're at the North Pole or South Pole. They're going to be tiny, 1 mile. And then as you go from there, they get gradually bigger till you get to the equator and then back down again. They couldn't lie to you about that. This is what bothers me so much, is now that I know that and seeing all the flat earthers, I'm like screaming at them like, it's impossible what you're saying. They can't do what you think they did. So, talking about like what that girl said too, when she was saying, well, governments lie to us about this. And yes, they lie to us about a lot. But guess what? If they make you think, it's like such a power position for them. So they've now convinced you that they have the ability to lie to you about where you live. You don't think that that's good for them? You don't think the government just laughs at like thinking these losers think that we can actually lie to them about the shape of the earth? How would we do that? How could we convince people they live somewhere that they don't if they can observe the sky? They can observe the sky. The sky would not do what it does on a flat plane on a sphere. Sorry. The sky would not do what it does above a flat plane above a sphere. It'd be way off. You couldn't even map it. Okay? Unless you listen to people that talk fast and try and convince you that you cannot do that. Okay? And for the people out there saying, oh, the globe's bullshit because they got it from taking observations of the sky. No shit. No shit they did that. No shit, Sherlock. That's how you build a map. So your evidence of them doing something that is needed to do to build the map, congratulations, you just proved that we live on a sphere. Don't cry. Don't throw your ball away. Don't cry and scream. I know what Saab's going to do. He's going to be like,
this game sucks! This game sucks!
Yeah.
It's terrible!
Don't do that.
It's so pathetic how you aim, the mechanics, everything. It's embarrassing.
It's a good one, Enrique. I like that. All right, we got number 6. How about the South Celestial Pole? How about the South Pole? They both exist, period. They don't exist on a flat map. Okay? Shouldn't have to show you that. We'll bring this up. Where is the South Pole? Is it here or 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 here? Do you understand that what I showed you earlier on the Andrew Marsh model is that the sun must do what it's supposed to do everywhere. That's why the model is the model. That's why it works. That's why we live on a sphere. You can go anywhere in the world and the sun will do what it's supposed to do. On this map, it's impossible. That's impossible. How could you be here and be going towards the southern celestial pole, but this person says, I'm going this way to the south? What? How are you doing that? Very clear and very easy. I shouldn't have to go further on that one. When we were here in Punta Arenas, we saw the south celestial pole up here about, it was like at 53 degrees. Okay? 53 degrees there. And then you're like, oh, that means that the South Pole's underneath it. And then sure enough, we fly down there to Union Glacier and we're 600 miles from the pole. Makes sense. And anybody else anywhere in Antarctica could have also gone towards the southernmost part of the sun and we would have all ended up at the same place, which I can't even draw on this map because it's impossible. Doesn't make any sense. Okay? We know that these three continents all see the southern star, all see the south celestial pole. And granted, different times of night. I'm not saying it happens at the same time. Okay? So meaning this person here sees the south to his south. This person here sees the south to their south. And this person here sees the south to their south. But please remember this. When I was here, looking at the south celestial pole here, how is this person seeing it over here? And if they walk towards it, we would all meet here. How can this guy walk towards it and meet here? I know what it is. I got it. It is this. This is the answer. Should have known. Should have known the whole time. The answer is you go Pac-Man over here, comes out over here. Pac-Man this way, come out over here. It's a brilliant system. Thank you, God, for confusing us and leaving us with a paradox Earth that we were supposed to be able to figure out due to Pac-Man, the great game from the 70s. All right, great. Pac-Man is not the answer, by the way. Nice try. It's virtual reality. Yeah, go ahead. That makes a lot more sense than the globe. It's just virtual reality. We just are a computer program system. It just so happens to be reality in real life, but some people can't figure out the difference. They're like, oh, but our dreams, we don't know what we're dreaming. Yeah, but that's not real life. One's real, one's dream real. Whatever. South Celestial Pole, South Pole, both exist. Then, and again, you can go to the South Pole. Sav, do you hear me? You can go to the South Pole. So go there. Or keep lying to your audience. Either way, whatever you want to do. Number five is flat earthers lie and parrot and meme. Right. They lie to you. They meme. The memes are not even correct. The memes have been debunked. They keep memeing. Memeing is not science. That's not the way you communicate science. You have to write papers, get peer reviewed, all that stuff. Okay? That's how we have everything that we have today. We don't have it because people memed. Nobody memed about an airplane and then airplanes came into existence. They did testing, trial, air. Okay? I just thought this should be my new ringtone. Hello? Yes, I just collected that. Yes, 10 million. I just don't have to say a word. I can't say a word to anybody. All right, thanks, bye. Gotcha. All right, let's go with the next one. He just parrot nonsense. We heard him parrot Stephen Alonso's nonsense. We heard him parrot Dave Weiss's nonsense. They just parrot and parrot and parrot everything that they hear from these guys, and it's scary because those people are not smart enough or not clued in enough to know that they're being lied to. Numero cuatro, number 4. The Southern Stars. The Southern Stars are absolutely dead. Oops. You can't see what I'm doing. Let's move this down here. There we go, Southern Stars. Now you get it. Southern Stars are detrimental to the flat Earth because they've never been explained even from the beginning of time when I was first getting into it. 10 years ago, we've never even been able to explain the Southern Stars. Now you could go to, what's his name's model? Shane's model. But again, this is when I knew we were in trouble. I like Shane. I liked Shane a lot. Until I started seeing stuff like this, I'm like, ugh. Shane, you're just making things up, man. That is not true. That you can't just take the globe, put it on a flat map and say, yeah, we see all those things. End of story. What do you mean? You just had to, now we have 2 suns? Yeah, it's a parent sun. You just stole somebody's model and said, oh yeah, it works. I mean, that's not how we do things. That's not science. You don't just lie and be like, oh, well, you figured it out. No, you didn't. You didn't figure out anything. This is not a real model of the Earth. Okay. So again, let's look at the southern stars here and see what their explanation is. If we go down here and we see, scroll down. Thank you. You can see that? Yeah, good enough. If we go down here and we look at the southern stars and we move this thing along, let's go stars. I said stars. Oh, thank you. Okay, so see these stars that are in the south? All these ones out here on the outer edge? Right. Well, what they do is in the circle, let's move the latitude down here. Okay, so here in south, watch how these stars move around. So they're actually moving around the flat earth, but then they appear magically in this dome of vision perfectly as the globe demands. So if you're a flat earther, here's what you have to believe. That God deceived you by making the earth act like a sphere, but he wants you to know that it's really just a magical second sun that appears for people in the south so that they think it's a globe. That sounds legit. Sounds legit indeed. How about that's the southern stars. There's no explanation. By the way, they spin a different direction. The stars go this direction, right? And if you're looking at the pole star, let's get down there so you can see. Let's look under here. Okay, we're here. We're looking. Come on, scroll up. There. That's not really much space there. There we go. And okay, so watch this as we spin this way. You'll notice that the stars off of this back wall here, we're in there, we're looking in there, is going clockwise. Okay? But they go counterclockwise in the north. Now, I get it. People are saying, if you're looking through a window, it's different on each side. Yes, I get that. But it's evidence of a globe, and here's why. These stars right here are the problem. These red stars are called circumpolar stars. Okay? The south has circumpolar stars, which means they're out here in the south. Let's say this is circumpolar, and this one's circumpolar, and this one's circumpolar. They appear to you to just move around this little circle. Okay? But they actually go all the way on the other side of the earth, which then is too far for you to see, but they magically see them. They can't see Polaris, too far away. Too far to see Polaris, but you can see this star. Why? Magic. Magic. That's all you got. Is magic. Yeah, so I don't know. Explain that one. Explain circumpolar stars. You cannot. Okay? Let's go on. We got number 3. I thought it was going to be this. Where'd you go, Jaron? Circumpolar stars and southern stars and star trails. Guess those two are the same, kind of. What did I say the other one? What was the last one? Southern stars, and then this one was circumpolar southern stars and star trails. Okay, let's pretend this one's just circumpolar and star trails. Yeah, star trails go the opposite direction. We just saw that. That is important to know. Okay, that tells you that you live on a sphere, or it's evidence of the sphere. Okay, so nobody's saying that the lights in the sky prove it's a collection of evidence. This entire list of 20 is enough evidence that anybody, once they've witnessed it, would be a liar to remain a flat earther. Okay, let me go to the next one. Number 2. We've got the sun was south in Antarctica and Punta Arenas. Correct. Okay, on a globe model, makes all the sense in the world, right? We're down here. We're in, here we are. We're already in Union Glacier. Okay, and we are looking to the south here. Let's go, there's north. Let's go back this way. South. Okay, when we look south and the sun was over there, we found out that it was above Australia. Huh? It was above Australia, but it's south of you in Antarctica. Let's look again. So this is the flat map. So we were in Antarctica looking south, and we saw the sun, but it's above Australia. Probably not. Probably not. Probably this map doesn't work. Probably there is a model that does. And this model tells you why you see the sun, and so do they. It's because if you back all the way out and you swing around here, you realize that, oops, I went off the angle. But you realize that over here, after you get off the ice, it's going to be Australia, probably off here to the right somewhere. There it is. Okay? That's why it's above Australia when you are in, and then same thing at Punta Arenas. So imagine you're in Punta Arenas looking south at the sun. Okay, there's Punta Arenas. There we go. So you're here looking at the sun. Now, granted, if you're down here, the sun's set. Remember I told you how it just goes barely under the horizon? Do you see why yet? Why is it that in Punta Arenas, when it's above Australia, it's just under the horizon? There's a model that tells us why. There's a model that gives the answers. and it is not in any way, shape, or form the flat Earth. The flat Earth belongs in la basura, right, Enrique? Basura es mierda, no es bueno. Would you agree with that, Enrique? What do you have to say about that? Huh? Nothing? Your mic's not on. Your mic.
A huevo, jefe.
What does that mean? Huevo. That's weird.
The button no work, jefe.
What button?
Should I call NASA?
Oh boy, no! Don't call NASA, please. All right, let's go on with. We've got so sun south of us again. How is the sun south of us here? If I'm here in Punta, how is the sun south of me when it's over here? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You're going to need to figure something out. You know, it just doesn't work. What's going on here? Sorry, something's happening. Need to fix that. All right, good. Don't know why that's happening. Okay, got that. Now we're on to number one. Again, there's not in any order. This is just a list of 20 basically destroying facts about the flat Earth. Number one is airplane routes and emergency landings. Banjo lied to you. There's no emergency landings that show the flat Earth. We've already tried to talk to him about it. We tried to get him to change them. What he does is he draws as if this is the Earth. Let's say that here is, I know this is going to be bad. Let's say this is Europe and here's the United States. Okay, and what he does is draws a line like this on the 2D map. And he says, oh, why did they take an emergency exit up here? Because this on a flat map is a straight line. Yeah, because it's on a curved Earth, so it flies like that. So, of course, it has an emergency landing here. It's not going to have it here. Nobody flies there. You see that? So, that is the list of the 20 reasons that you should immediately jump ship. Or you can continue listening to Dave Weiss, in which case you're going to believe in...
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Yeah, Dave Weiss, please tell me lies. No, please don't, Dave. We had enough of the lies, please. Had enough of the lies. All right, let's get on with the AMA. And I'm going to set that up right now. We will just listen to this song one time, and we will be good. I know you already heard it, but we'll just listen one more time. I'm not ready for that yet. By the way, the outro song has been repaired. It has been fixed. And it just needs to be put together and the new lyrics changed. Do you want to hear the lyrics for it? I'm sure you remember the old lyrics. Maybe you don't. The old lyrics were, who this be? What he about? I can't remember the old lyrics. I don't remember. I just remember the new ones now. It's in my head. The new ones are in my head. So the new lyrics go, and that will not be this week because it's not made yet. The sound is not made, or the song is not made. But all the pieces are there. I've got all those, the stems, as they call them in the music business. I got the stems. They also call that in the weed business, but a little bit better in the stem business and in the music business. All right, it's well, and you remember telecasting worldwide. Check the globe. It's falsified. Space and spinning deified. All just scientism lies. Well, that's been changed to numerous things. Telecasting worldwide. What I thought was falsified. The shape can be identified. Use the lights up in the sky. It's one of them. Telecasting worldwide from the north down to the ice. No map, no model, disqualified. Kick that mental block aside. Also, telecasting worldwide, that flat earth is falsified. To find the shape I verified, what's not true must be denied. And lastly, telecasting worldwide from the north down to the ice. Here I am to testify that the earth's a globe, not a lie. Okay? That's the chorus that had to be changed. The other part that had to be changed was... Maybe I'll play that song. I just saw some. I'm going to play Scoundrels. I don't know if there's anything bad in there. I'm trying to remember. Is there anything bad in Phoenix? I remember listening to it. It was funny. Maybe we'll play Phoenix after while I set this up. But the other line that changed was... Don't I have it in here somewhere? What did I do with it? It's who this be, what he about, 24-hour sun in the south. Disproves the globe. I mean, disproves the flat earth. Yeah, flat earth, get out. Some. Anyway, you'll get to hear it soon. I'm happy that song is back. I enjoyed my outro song. Just had to go away while I fixed it. So let's get on with, we're going to listen to Phoenix. If you don't know what a Phoenix is, they're very small. They're inconsequential. They don't really make much of a fuss, but they hang out in dark places and just kind of cower. And they mean flat earther, not including the sun, which if you're a flat earther at this point, you are a Phoenix. Okay, because you are a flat earther who cannot tell us what the sun's doing, doesn't know what the sun's doing, doesn't have any idea what the sun is, or if it's physical, or if it's a manifested piece of reflection from dome refractions. I don't know. Could be anything. Here it is. This is AI Scoundrel. I wonder why I saved this. It must be good if I saved it. That's my guess. Let's try it. We'll be right back.
Venus, what's a Venus?
I'm laughing already.
Flat Venus, Earther Venus, not Venus, including Venus, the sun. Venus.
We'll be right back.
Is it hard to be a Venus? Venus. No, it is super easy if you ask me. Just grab a fork and poke your eyes out so you cannot see. Is it hard to be a Venus? Venus. No, it is super easy if you cannot see.
Oh, that was it? Great. Sorry. But then that's a really short one. I thought that it had some sort of substance to it. Didn't really. All right, we're going to start a poll. No, start a Q&A. There it is. Ask me something. I'm going to start with the, what time is it? Okay, we got a little bit of time. Ask me something. Anything. But I'm going to start with super chats, and if it gets to, like 7:15-ish, I've got a wife to talk to. All right, what was that? Oh, shoot, I held down the shift key too long. Do you want to do what? Do you want to turn on filter keys? No, that was a mistake. Big mistake on my part. All right, so we are going with ask me anything. Question mark. Start Q&A. All right, I'm going to start with the super chats, though. We're going to go through those first. So if you want to get your question answered, that's probably the best way to do it. And if you don't want to donate money, I get it. It's okay. I'm used to it. The money has gone away. Away times. All right, let's get on with, where are we looking at? Oh, that's still. Okay. We've got first, respect from Dave Waffle's house. Dave's Waffle House. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. You are a good guy. Let me bring this up here. Sorry, my screens are all screwed up, and I need to move the... There we go. Oh, it is up top. Good. Still there from last week. I like it. All right, let's get that off the screen, too. Let's put the thumbnail there instead. Where's thumbnail? There. Turn off the presentation. There. Beautiful. Well done. All right, we've got Dave's Waffle House. There he is up on the screen. He should be. There we go. Respect. Thank you very much. $2 super chat. We've got Tim Tooley. Says, good analogy, but flat earthers are bowling at a tennis match might be... That's a good one. You're right. I'm going to change it now. It's they're there. Yeah, they're rolling tennis balls down the bowling alley and saying that they're bowling well, even though they can't even knock a pin down. That's the thing. Thank you for that. Appreciate the $5 super chat. We've got Cyroy. Not really sure what that stands. In my country, the Netherlands, we have a dike that's 20.2 miles long. I'm curious to see that represented on that program of yours. Very simply. So again, but remember this, you have a dike that you're going to build along the way. So it's no different than the 1/8 inch of curve for every 660 feet, right? So you wouldn't even take that into account. You would just go build the dike. You would just go build the canal. You would just go build the bridge. And that's why I know there's a lot of people listening to this that don't believe in the creator. I myself do. I don't think this is accidental. That's just me. I don't believe in the same creator that the Christians do, because I don't believe that God is in our lives like they do, right? I believe you can pray to yourself for strength, or pray to yourself, because I believe you're a spark of the infinite, but I do not think you can, God does not interject in life. He doesn't go down and save a baby from coming in front of a car. That would be wrong. If he did that, then you've taken away free will. You've basically wrecked the world that you created. He created a world of free will where we are responsible for what happens here. And it's kind of a little experiment. Some people will treat each other right, will not lie, will make up for the things that they've done in the past. And some people will not. And what happens at the end of this, I can't tell you that. That would be a complete speculation. But I'm certainly going to live my life in a way that shows that I do care about not lying to people, that I do care about doing what's right, and I do care about being good and celebrating those who are good as well. We've got Steve French says, respect the journey you've been on since TFE, a masterclass in integrity. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. $6.99 Canadian. I was going to say Californian. I don't think we have our own money yet. Pretty soon, though. All right, we've got Kylie H says, to finish your debunk, the image from the Mars article with the plants, reverse image searches back to a stock image on Pexel, not NASA. Thank you very much, Kylie. See, So it wouldn't have taken Dave but 3 minutes to figure it out. But he's not looking for the truth. He's looking for his truth. And this is what it took me to see what I saw to realize I was doing the same thing. If you are doing research looking for your truth, guess what? You will find it. Do you understand? That's what your brain does. If you're looking for evidence that you are right, you will find it. Okay? That's the problem. That's the problem. And then once you start to believe it, then you're so like Dave. If you get to the point where you're like, I'll always believe this despite any evidence, that person needs to leave any scientific discussion at all. They're not allowed. The point of science is to be open to changing so that we're never under false beliefs. When you have somebody who says, this is scientific, it's scientifically proven, and then the next sentence says, I'll never not be a flat earther no matter what you tell me, that person has nothing to do with science. They are a grifter. They are a con man. They are a liar. They are not a friend. Unfortunately, I had to learn that the hard way. That's pretty sad. And we've got, thank you very much, Kylie H, for the $5. And we've got Zoomeray says, my only video on my channel, sunset from Melbourne. And I bet you it sets right to left. How would I know that? Their model doesn't work. Sov said it today. They don't have a working model. What? What do you mean? The globe doesn't have a working model? You, sir, are very, very, very confused. Very, very, very confused. Dumb and confused. And did I not mention that you were the, I don't know, 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th, or I don't know how many it was. You were the Dirtball of the week. And actually, you're the final one. Because next week, we start with the whole new segment. It's going to be completely different. Dirtball of the week. So anyway, that is coming up very soon. Let me move over here to the Q&A. And good. All right. We've got this up. My only video. Okay, great. Thank you guys. Appreciate the super chats. Let me see if that's it. It is. I'm going to check Rockfin real quick just to make sure. I don't think anybody really donates over there, but I'll check anyway. Nope. All right. We're good. Let's go with the Q&A. Top chat, live chat, questions. All right. Here we go. Try to get through these. Sir Dan Bob says, any plans to revisit the canal experiment? Yes. The plan is, I believe in April or May. Toon wants to come out and do it again. He's got some ideas for it that I think are decent. So we will do it again. Oops. Don't do that. On the wrong thing. My bad. Let me close this presenter view. This thing's still clicking a clock around. There we go. All right. We've got me says, can you mod MXXD? He's very fair and listens to instructions and drops proper links. Yeah, I love him. Let me bring him up here. I always do that, man. It won't let me mod from that screen. Why is that? I don't know. Where is he? Oh, I see he left him. Let me try this. Questions. Scoundrel, $10. Is that because I played Phoenix? Do you have anything better? What's your best one yet? What can we play on the way out? Are you giving me your best one? And I don't mean send me 75 free AI videos, please. I mean, send me one, the best one. Not 75. I don't have that kind of time. Who does that? Who has time? You got to be quicker than that. There's one. Who does this? Who has time? You never. It's over. The other button. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. It's okay. This guy will never figure it out. He's like lost or something.
Jefe.
What?
Can I go early today? I have a date with white girl. So I am thinking I should shower.
No, I can't go early. You may not. All right, let me. Sorry, I'm laughing. Where is MXDDD? There we go. And we got to go to make mod and good. All right, he is modded. Thank you, Max. All right, let's go next one. To the question, we've got MXDDD or MXXXD. Should you really have triple X's in your username? Oh, it seems a little questionable. Maybe you have a side job that we don't know about. Would you like to make me a mod? Yes, it would trigger Iron Horse to no end, and it would be hilarious. You are now a mod. Congratulations. I don't think you'll be kicking out people for the wrong reason. We've got Real Singa says, when is the Witsit debate? That is not going to happen, at least right now, as far as we know. So we found out that we both were under the wrong impression. I'm not trying to blame James for it. I think James was on the up and up. He just basically reached out to me and said, would you be open to a debate with Witsit? And I said, no, Witsit doesn't want that. I don't think that'll ever happen. Then he went and asked Witsit and kind of gave him the same thing. He kind of said, hey, would you debate Jaron? And Witsit said, like, I don't know. I don't think that Jaron wants that. And he's like, no, but if he would you? And then he said, yes, he would. So then he came back to me and says, Witsit wants to debate. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll debate him, I guess. So we were both under the impression that we were both kind of being challenged. And we talked to each other yesterday, and we both now realize that wasn't the case. And we just don't see a lot of benefit in it right now. And even if we did, we'd probably do it on one of our channels. So that is not going to happen right this second. Give it time. It probably will. We've got, do you think the 1972 blue marble, I can't possibly see how it could be faked. I would withhold judgment on that. I need to look into it a little more. I mean, they can use models, just physical models. But I'm going to be very interested to hear from Dave McKeegan when we get all of our evidence together. By the way, if you have moon landing undeniable evidence that it was a hoax, send it to me on Telegram, t.me/Jeranism. Let me actually bring up my links real quick while we're here. Links. There we go. Whoops. Why is that on the screen? Oh, there we go. Weird. Weirdo. We've got t.me/Jeranism is the best way to reach me. So if you want to send me something there, to send me your moon landing hoax evidence, because what we're going to do is we're going to gather like the top 10, send it to Dave McKeegan, and let him come on and try to refute or rebuke those evidences. And we will go from there. So I'm sure somebody will bring up the 1972 blue marble. I'd have to think again of, I'm trying to remember, is there like video of it, or is it just that one image? Because if it's just an image, I don't think there's a problem faking it. But you also got t.me/Durants. That's where I post my rants, and they always go really well. People are always really happy with them. Now they usually get very upset people at my rants. Didn't I do a rant recently? What did I do? Oh yeah, I did the one on SOV and one on the scoreboard, which is currently like 1,300,010 to 1. That's Globe Earth versus Flat Earth. We've got t.me/Jeranism links. That's where I put links from each show. t.me/Jeranism show. That's where you can get notified when I go live. You would have gotten a notification about 2 hours before this show. And t.me/Jeranism chat is a hell place that hell might resemble. It is a lot of yelling and screaming and name calling. And I'd say it's pretty much dominated by Globers at this point. It's probably half and half. But if you want to get in an argument with somebody, start there. And if you want to support the show, you can do so by going to wap.com/Jeranism. That's where the VIPs are. We're down to about 60 of us, but it's still a good group. I appreciate them very much, keeping me afloat for the time being. We have hangouts the first and third Saturday of every month. Last week we had Nick Havoc join us. And the next one will be on the 1st of April, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, that is a Saturday. Maybe not. I think so. So anyway, join us for that. If you want to become a VIP, you also have private Telegram chats, a private singles chat, a private fitness chat, a private, I don't know, and then all my videos, all my audios. So every video I do, like this video here, will be uploaded by tomorrow in video and audio format. So you can listen to it as an MP3, or you can watch it from Telegram in case anything happens to the YouTubes or they get taken down or something. That's wap.com/Jeranism. And if you just want to support the show, I asked last week and it didn't go well. So I'm probably telling me something, but if you want to support the show, if you appreciate the show, just send $1 through Cash App. What if I told you that last week I got $0 donations? 0. That's okay. I mean, it's okay. There was a couple people who donated more than that. So thank you very much to those 2 or 3 people that did. I appreciate that. But there was no dollars. And I just said, hey, give me $1 if you appreciated the show. For me, if I sat through somebody's show for 4 hours and at the end they said, hey, give me $1 if you appreciated it, and I appreciated it, I would send $1 because I wouldn't notice that it's even gone. And there's strength in numbers. You know, if 100 people did that, hey, that's $100. Whereas each of those 100 people would never even notice that they really did it. So that is that. All right.
Jefe,
what?
Yes, can I borrow $5?
No.
I'll pay you back, Jefe.
I just said I don't have any money. Why would you ask me that? I already, oh my goodness. Guy wants money and I don't have any. It's just,
you spent 10 years saying Earth flat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your bank account round like a 0.
Thanks. Enrique's not going to last long, I'm telling you right now. All right, let's go. Next one, we got Lieutenant Fitz of the Rage's Ghost. Lieutenant Fitz. Can you come up with a better name than that? It's a little rough on me. Lieutenant, come on the screen. Fitz of Rage's Ghost. All right. I'll take you at your word that you never lied, but do you think you ever confidently asserted something that you didn't actually feel confident in? I absolutely pushed false things. That's what you mean. Not knowingly false. You know, you're saying that I actually wasn't confident in. I'm going to have to think about that. I mean, did I question still? Yeah. I mean, I still questioned whether or not there was a 24-hour sun. Obviously, I didn't just declare there's no way that, you know, I questioned it, but the evidence led me to think that there wasn't. So again, I'm certainly never claiming in any way that I am innocent in any way. I'm responsible for what I did. I'm responsible for pushing false information. I am responsible for believing things with a lack of evidence. I'm responsible for believing things that a lack of evidence equals no evidence, right? Or I'm sorry, that the lack of evidence was evidence of lack. Does that make sense? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it. But anyway, I do admit that. I'm not claiming that anything I did in the last 10 years was correct. I think that some things are still true, right? Some things are still facts. Some things are still there. And I don't think people understand. They think that you can't have some evidence of flat Earth and it still be a globe. You absolutely can. There can be evidence that would lead somebody to believe it's flat Earth, but then you look at all the evidence and you look at all the tests and you're like, oh, it's a sphere. Doesn't mean that you're like, but what about these evidences? Yeah, well, they're just evidence. Doesn't mean that they showed anything or led us to the, again, I always talk about it like a murder, right? If you have a murder and you get there and there's 3 pairs of shoes, they all become evidence. They're all evidence of who is the murderer, but it doesn't tell you yet. And then you keep searching, and now you find a weapon, and then you go to this guy's house and you see his blood on the floor and you realize it matches the shoes. Now you have those shoes, they match this guy, he's guilty. The other shoes are still evidence, they're just not leading you to the correct answer. If you would have followed those shoes, you would eventually got to the wrong person. It's still evidence, but it's just, so that's, there's still evidence of a flat Earth. Nobody's saying there isn't, but the evidence will lead you to the incorrect answer. So you have to recognize that. You have to be aware that just because you find evidence doesn't mean that means it's right or that it's leading you the right way. And it's okay to give up on things like I've had to when you realize they're not correct anymore. That we're spinning 1,000 miles per hour isn't a good argument. That the Earth measures flat isn't a good argument. That water lies level isn't a good argument. So you start to realize, oh, what is good arguments? Well, the sun setting right to left in the south cannot be explained, will never be explained. There's no rhyme or reason for it. On a globe, it's exactly what's predicted. So pretty easy to figure out. All right, let's go to back here. Oh yeah, let's get that off the screen. Sorry, let me get this thumbnail on there and turn this one off. And what is it? Image 2? Nope, that's Nick Havoc. Nope, I lost it. Do you guys want a reminder of this real quick? I should remind people of this real quick. 1 second, I just saw this and I want to remind, in case you forgot, if you're looking for predictions for the next 25 years for flat Earth, here they are. It's the same every year, basically. They'll continue to provide nothing to humanity. They'll continue losing friends and family. They'll make less money. They'll believe more lies. They'll trust more liars, and they'll reject more evidence. So that will never be defeated. There's no way the future of flat Earth is anything different, and that is a promise from me, Mr. Friday Night. Always honest, sometimes right. In this case, I'm going to be right. We'll see. All right, let's get back over here and to the... No, sorry. Got to fix this thumbnail. This one? No, this one. I got it. Figured it out. That one. All right, we're back. Let me see where we're at. We got Max E. When will you and Whitsitt have a debate or discussion about the flat Earth? I will be a flat earther until Whitsitt flips and says it's a globe like you do. All right, that's not a very smart move, my friend. Okay? Don't base your beliefs off what other people believe. It's not, you should come to the conclusions yourself. What I just told you about the sun, if you go back through those 20 things I named, that's why you should be a globe believer. Not because of what Whitsitt says. But, Whitsitt's on his own path. We talked. He's fine. He's doing good. He just, I'll let him speak for himself, not me speak for him. But we just didn't see it as a need to have a debate right now. And I agree with that. I mean, and I also said when I got back from the trip that I would never debate Whitsitt. You probably remember me saying that. So I didn't like the idea of me saying that and then going back on that and being like, okay, now I'm going to. But I will never step down from a challenge. So if anybody challenges me to a debate, I'm not going to say no. If you challenge me to a fight, I'm not going to say no. So unless you're Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo? No. I'm sorry. I'll pass. I got things to do. Let's go with, unless Enrique wants, you want to go against Eddie Bravo or what?
Órale, pues.
All right, let's do it. He wants you, Eddie. Enrique versus Eddie. It's coming up pretty soon. All right, we've got, where are we at? Sorry. Get the screen up. All right, so we did that one. We've got this one. England is my Liddy. May sound strange, but ever thought of picking up Kerbal Space Program? I do. I have it installed. Somebody gave it to me for free. It's actually really good intuitively learning stuff about orbital mechanics, and you can simulate your own moon landing. I do have it installed on this very PC. I have not tried it yet. I did turn it on, and it was like too difficult. But I figured it takes a little bit of time. I just didn't have time to do that right then. All right, we've got Iron Horse. It says, why is there never a shadow from the horizon if the sun goes beneath it? There is. So you just haven't looked into the evidence, have you? There is. It's called, what do they call it? Venus is something. I don't know the name of it, though. I've seen pictures, seen plenty of pictures. And then also, when you're in the mountains, you can see it often. Venus, God, is it not Venus shadow, right? That would be weird if they named it that. No, it doesn't sound under Venus shadow. Somebody in the chat will tell you what the name of it is. But the Belt of Venus? That's what it's called. The Belt of Venus. Why do they call it that, though? There it is. The Belt of Venus. On clear mornings and evenings, an enchanting phenomenon known as the anti-twilight arch, or the Belt of Venus, or the Earth's shadow, are two atmospheric wonders that create a mesmerizing color gradient in our skies as dusk or dawn approaches. You can witness a breathtaking transformation above the horizon opposite of the sun, where light and shadow conjure a canvas of soft pastel colors, and then you can usually see looks like a curved shadow from the edge of the earth on the back wall, if you will. So have you ever seen Iron Horse, like when there's a sunset and then the lights, the tops of mountains are still lit? I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's another way that happens. So we do see that shadow, but I think what you're thinking, imagine what you're asking for, because if the sun goes behind that horizon and then the horizon line, where do you expect to see that shadow appear? Not on flat ground, not where you're at. So it'd have to be on some wall behind you, which that's why we see it on the back side of your horizon. Turn around and then you'll see the shadow from that earth onto I call it the back wall. It's not the back wall, obviously, but easier way to describe it. So anyway, that's your answer. I don't know if you like it or not. Look it up, Belt of Venus. I don't even know why they call it that. Durant at skepticamp.gov. Huh? Durant. That is not my email address, by the way. You can try it if you want, but I don't think you'll get anywhere. What do you think is the most difficult piece of evidence to reconcile with the globe? Well, I think everything about the flying through space, but I mean, it's just, you have to accept it, because I guess if that's what the model calls for, then, and everything else jives. It's like, for instance, people ask me about gravity. What are you saying? You believe gravity is a force now? It's like, well, it's not really like a belief as much. It's that the model works, right? The Earth's a sphere. And so it kind of leads you to, it's probably that. But if even scientists don't know, then it's not important for me to know. Do things fall down? They do. Is down different for everybody? Yes, down is towards the center of the sphere, it seems. Now, you can come up with if you want to do electrostatics for that, if you want to say that it's some sort of magnetics, I don't care what you call it. It's not important to me. Things that were important to me were because I felt we were being lied to. So, but again, I was trying to find evidence and then stuff it into that box, right? And it just never fit, which is normal. Go to the next one. Whoops. Oh, that might be it. Let me go back to Super Chats. Maybe we're ending early. Let's go to Fan Fundos. Yep. We've got Scoundrel. Oops, sorry. Oops. Okay, this guy. Sorry. Scoundrel, $10 there. In your rectum. Great. Back to normal after smuggling stuff to Antarctica. No. I can see why you didn't take a big blunt. No, that wasn't the way to do it. People are so confused. Like Edward Hendrie, I had to write him. I'm like, dude, relax. Oh, you must have done this and you could have gotten busted. I'm like, if you don't know how airports work, they're looking for bombs, okay? Or they're looking for contraband, or they're looking for large amount. And I'm not advocating for any of this. Just you do you, I do me, okay? But I also recognize that if you have in a sock in your gigantic duffel bag, at the bottom of the duffel bag, a joint wrapped in a little bit of plastic, that they cannot see that on a metal detector. They're not looking for that. Okay. It's the dog is not going to smell that. First of all, I don't even believe that sniffing dogs are real anyway, but that's my own thing. And actually that's not based on no evidence. They've done tests and you are better off flipping a coin. Okay. It's a police lie. The police go around there. Oh, the dog alerted on your car. Oh, you speak to dog now? Give me a break. Okay. And also when they're wrong, what is their claim? They say it's because the dog can smell drugs that have ever been in your car. So again, they just use it because they're smart. They can, think about it. You've seen somebody who's on drugs. If you're a police officer and you pull a guy over and you're looking at him in the window, you're like, this guy's on drugs. And you're like, get the canine, bring him over. Oh, he alerted. Give me a break. Okay. Otherwise there'd be people at the airport all the time getting busted with drugs. Cause what if the dog smelled weed that was on him yesterday? People they don't even think. They just don't think. Anyway, if you put it in a sock and you put it away in your bag, now I'm not saying you won't get caught. You might. But some people don't. Okay? They don't care. And again, Edward Hendrie's like, didn't you hear what happened to Brittany Griner? I'm like, let's think about this. Brittany Griner went to Moscow, where weed is super illegal, where even the tiniest bit of amount gets you jail sentence. Okay? I went to Chile, it's decriminalized. And I knew I was going to Antarctica, that there is no customs. It's not a country, it's a continent. Okay? So I did me. Did I get caught? Then shut your mouth. You're fine. He was like telling me what law I broke and how much money I owe. I mean, Edward Hendrie is a joke. That guy is a joke. All right, let's see.
I play it late because I like the suspense. It's like waiting for a piñata to break. Very exciting.
We don't have time for that. All right, we got Chris, the German spy. I don't know if I should talk to German spies. Enrique, should I talk to this German spy?
Como dice mi tía, ahorita, pero de verdad.
I didn't understand that. Hi, I asked in chat 2 things. 1, if you are religious, isn't the goal to go to heaven or whatever the endpoint there is? And 2, if the answer is yes, then what in the world does the shape of the earth help in saving your soul? Correct. I think that they would say, and this is true, that as I introduced the flat earth, people started messaging me saying it brought them from atheism back to a creator. So I was like, oh, that can't be a bad thing. How could that be a bad thing? Right? But it is a bad thing if you're telling lies and you're not being honest and you're not giving factual information. It is a problem. So that's basically, well, let me see if that answers your question. If yes, so as a Christian, the person's goal is to go to heaven. Correct. Even though I don't think heaven can exist, it doesn't even make sense physically. Again, what if my wife died tomorrow and then I get remarried in a year, then I go to heaven but my wife's not going to be pissed when I get there with another woman? I'll have 2? What happens? Again, it doesn't make any sense. What if my dad went to hell? I get up there, I see my mom again. Oh, Mom, I'm great to see you again. Where's Dad? Oh, I haven't seen him. Where's Dad? Then we would know immediately where he is, right? So does that sound like heaven to you? Having to live the rest of your life knowing your dad's burning in eternal flames? No. So there isn't. And then I ask people all the time, are we the same person? No, you'll be cleansed. You're perfect there. That's not me then. Whoever's in heaven, if he doesn't look at a girl walk by and say, that chick has a nice ass, that's not me. That's somebody else. So who is going to heaven? Who's going to hell if it's not me? So Anyway, Enrique, are you sleeping? Wake up, dude. Man, this guy is... should I fire him?
That's it. I'm pissed off. I quit.
I knew it.
Oh, wait.
Get out.
No, I can't.
No.
I need money for my tia's illegal cable business.
All right, you can stay. All right, we got Scoundrel back again. Drunk Rap and the Cult Nobody Knows on Suno. No, the Drunk Rap was terrible. My goodness, you have the worst taste. C-Roy says, to expand my super chat, we build it, splitting a sea in 2. You can stand on one of those shores and it looks to be curving away from you as it reaches the horizon. That's why I want to see it in that program. Wait, we build it, splitting a sea in 2. You can stand on one of the shores and it looks to be curving away from you as it reaches the horizon. Yes. So when the 8 inches per mile squared is from one location, you're then looking at a distance and then the earth curves away from you. So if you're talking about in that program, you're not going to see that because I'm not able to show you a first person perspective. See if I have this still open. So you're just talking about a 20-mile thing on the ground. So what I'm saying is you said to expand my super chat, we build it, splitting a sea in 2. I don't know what you mean. Anything we build, you build where you're at. You can't build over there. You build here. And here is level. Then you go over there, and over there is level. So I don't really get your question. If I draw a line 20 miles, which is going to be 20 miles times 52 is about 100,000. So we'll go, we need to do a point here. Oops, the segment 20,000. So we go from here, and 20,000 is right there. I'm sorry, 100,000. 20 miles, you said. 100,000. My bad. 100,000 is going to be over here. But I don't know really what you're looking for there. There's not going to be much curve. Okay, so this is the amount of curve in that distance, right? Meaning that this green line is the tangent. Shit, you can't see that. My bad. I always look over there just to double check myself, and good thing I do. Okay. So 100,000 is right here. Okay. So that ended at 100,000. You'll see the drop here. If we wanted to measure that, we just do another segment here, down to here, and then we grab our little measuring tool, which is under, oops, not move. Where's more? More. One of these is distance or length. Right. So the drop in 20 miles is 232 feet. Right. Let's see if that's correct based on the math of 8 inches per mile squared, just for fun. Hopefully my system is right. We've got 8 times 20 equals times 20 equals divided by 12 equals 266, and I have 232. Maybe I'm not touching both lines. Yep, I was a little bit high here. Not high like stoned, but high like high. Down to the line there, and this one. Oh wait, and 20 miles would be, so we'd have to be exact now. We're not being exact. So you have to do 5280 times 20 miles equals 105,600. So we got to actually move this one. Move. Oh, I hate this thing. If anybody wants to give me a GeoGebra lesson, I'm ready. 105,600, I believe I said. I don't remember now. 105,600? Oh, way over there. That's going to be the answer. 105. That's 101. Yeah, we're not even close. 105. Move this over. 105, 600. 105, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 105.6 is here. Now we'll move that line over and see if that gives us the right answer. Oh, come on. What is happening? There's too much buttons. You gotta be able to use like your right click button to move that. Why can't I move this? I can. See, like here, I should be able to move it without having to go grab this and then go back. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it is now. There we go. See how that works? So the answer was 266, and we are at exactly 267. So that's how you know that the 8 inches per mile squared, it balances out. This is a real model, or not a real model, but I mean a real mathematical model. So this is the drop that you would have in your building of that canal. But again, you don't build, for instance, if you start building here, it's level here, level here, level here, level here, everywhere. So I almost think that the 8 inches per mile squared is like it gets people lost because you'll never use that. The only reason you use it is to look over long distances and see whether you can see something. Otherwise, we don't use it. We don't need it. Nothing uses it. What would you use that for? Everything you're building, you build where you're at. So if you're building a canal or whatever you said it was, I forgot what we were building, but whatever it was, you just are building it. So you said we split the sea, we build it from end to end. Well, yeah, if you stand here and you look off in the distance, then yes, that falls away from you. But you have to go pretty far, 20 miles to see 267 feet. But 20 miles is not an easy task. Usually that's across a body of water. You're not going to really see 20 miles unless you're high up and land. So anyway, that, by the way, this line here is the ISS. If you wanted to see where the ISS is, it's up here, I believe. Yeah, there's the ISS. So if you want to see the height of that, it is there compared to our sphere. Okay. 2 millimeters above this beach ball. Right. All right. Let's go with the next one. We got Nick Havoc needs a wrench. I agree. Nick needs a wrench. I will find you, or I'm always checking out your channel. Did you ever release the other, I don't know if you did or not, the other song you were going to release? That was a funny one. Let me find Nick over here. Nick Havoc. You know who else has lost their mind? That guy Steve. Steve is, you know who I'm talking about. Nick Havoc. And wait, can you make somebody a moderator? You cannot. Great. Can't do it right now. I will get to you. You can't just go to their channel and make them a mod. I'll grab your URL. That's how you do it. And copy. Okay, let's keep going. We got, what time is it? 7:15. All right, 7:30. I gotta be done. We've got, okay, here we go. Addicted to gaming. Here's $5 for Enrique. Enrique, this guy's gonna give you $5. You get your $5 now. What do you have to say to him? Can you say thank you or something? Please.
Simón, que sí.
No, can you say thank you or something?
Cámara, jalando.
I don't know what that means. Can you just say something that we understand?
Sí, ándale, pues.
He's not really good at English. Sorry. Here we go. We've got Kirk Marshall says, when the moon is out at daytime, you can clearly see it is illuminated by the sun. Every time it's clear light source, not local, ever. It's a clear light source. The sun, you mean? When the moon is out at daytime, right. You can clearly see it is illuminated by the sun. Yes. Every time. I mean, that's another thing that flat earthers say. I heard somebody saying today, it was on that show with Dave Weiss, that he was saying that the moonlight is cold. No, it's not. I actually tested this and showed you guys. So again, showed you that you're not taking into account the elements, right? So think of a fence post. Okay, if you were to test that during the moonlight, the top of the fence post is going to be colder than the side, not because it's in the moonlight, because it's in the elements. The night is cold. The sides of that fence post are going to be warmer than that because they're not as much in the elements as the top of it. Hopefully that makes sense. I believe it does. All right, let's go.
My bad, Jefe. My cousin used this laptop last night to DJ Quinceañera.
Stop it.
Everything is a screwy now.
Stop it. He's all happy about his $5, I guess. All right, we got... we read that one. My bad. We got this one. Come on. What is going on here? Clicking the new one. There we go. Jay Donicky says, keep up the good work, Jaron. Thought I'd stop by and give you a super chat. Thank you very much. $5, very appreciated. And Enrique appreciates it too. All right, let's go back and check if there's any, and then we'll be calling it a show. And we're going to questions. All right, do we have a whole bunch more? We read that one. We read that one. Read that one. We read that one. We read that one. What do you think about different? Right? And can I get a wrench? Yes, I'm gonna do it right now for you. This way you can kick out all the haters. Nick, don't throw. He doesn't mess around. Don't piss him off. Don't lie to him about the shape of the earth. Don't let his data out. This is the shadow, by the way. Iron Horse. Shoot. I like Iron Horse too. He's a good guy. I think that I believe he would come along. I think that he would realize that we were just wrong. That a lot of what we said is just, we believe heavily that it doesn't make any sense. You can't live on a ball, all these things. But then you look at the evidence and you're like, well, the evidence says we live on a ball. So what am I supposed to do? If you can explain to me those 20 things, I'll be right back with you, Iron Horse. So do a show, go through all 20 and explain how they work on a flat earth. You can't because they don't. So I'm not very scared of that happening. Okay, let me go here. And people can hate me all they want. I have to be honest. That's it. I'd rather be honest and hated than tell lies and be Dave Weiss and people like you. Okay? Just don't want to see that. So this is the shadow they're talking about. The belt of Venus. The Venus belt. See that? Alrighty. So that is about it. Let me think if there's anything coming up this week that's important. We don't have any VIP tomorrow. The next one will be, I believe it's April 1st. I'm not really sure if that's the date. Let me check that though before I say that. And I don't know who the special guest will be. It might be Alex Stein, as long as he can make it. We've got, by the way, Alex Stein, another person who has stepped back onto the sphere. So, because he's not going to push something that is fallacious, which is what Flat Earth is. That's March, April. Oh, I was way off. April 5th is the next VIP. Why is there 5 Saturdays? And there must be 5 Saturdays in March. And there is 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I was going to say, what the hell's going on? I got a meeting tomorrow. I know that. Okay, good. I think we're all good. I think we're all set. What is this happening? Oh yeah. Jesse's next week. I have Jesse coming on to present some theodolite information. That is on Tuesday. What else do we have going on? I thought I had something else. Can't think right now. But the good news is that this series will kind of move into a different area. Obviously, we'll still have all the comments about it, but I'm not going to harp on it. I've given the information now. What I am going to do, and you should expect to see this, is I'm going to go through and take these unplugged series, and I think in every episode there's 10 or so good segments or 10 or so good clips that need to go up, and this way it's easier to direct people to those as people need the information rather than, here, watch this 4-hour video, right? People don't want to do that. So expect that to come up in the future. I'll still be here on Fridays for the Unplugged series. It's just we'll be on to another subject. Usually I'll cover something else. Maybe I could talk about police dogs so that you can see that is a police scam, my friend. The dogs are just, they're more often wrong than they are right. And the way they get away with it is they don't have to report when they're wrong. They just say that the dog smelled drugs from before. So it's just a lie, and it's easy to pull off. And if you ever watched, I used to watch pretty religiously. I used to love Live PD. And then they beat the shit out of George Floyd and killed him, and then Live PD went away. Imagine that. But not that I'm laughing at George Floyd, but porn star, much love, angel of us all. But anyway, that's you could just tell on that show. It was every time you'd be like, oh no, they're gonna get the dog, because you could tell the guy's on drugs, and then the dog would go around, and inevitably the dog would always alert, even though you can never see the dog alert. It's the dog's jumping around like a freaking dog. It doesn't alert. And he'd be jumping around and he'd be like, oh, he alerted. What? He does that every time. What are you talking about? Anyway, how would you prove that to me? You'd have to prove that, put 10 people in an airport and tell me, show me the dog that goes up to the guy with the joint in his bag underneath in his socks, and tell me that happens. Now, I'm not saying dogs can't sniff things. They can sniff cadavers. They can sniff drugs. They can sniff lots of things. But as far as like, oh, I'm going around this car and I can smell drugs that have been here forever, I just don't think that's the case. I think it's just a tool, a very smart one, because it allows them to get around the idea of you can't search somebody without probable cause. So what did they do? They invented the idea that the dogs are the probable cause. Oh, I trust the dog. Yeah, the dog. Definitely. Sure. Again, that's kind of crazy. All right. I think that's it. Enrique, you have anything else for anybody, or are you good?
Jefe, the static noise no es el micrófono, es el espíritu de mi abuela. She say you need confess your sins.
Oh, I don't hear any static though, so I think you're wrong. All right, and you saw, did I show you Iron Horse? I think so, right? Nope, I probably didn't. Oh yeah, it's right there. It's on the screen. Hello, wake up. All right, we're heading out of here. We're going to listen to, I guess, the Jeranism song. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to listen to that other starting song that started the show because I enjoyed it. And I like the lyrics. There'll be a video coming out for that soon. I do love you guys. And Flat Earthers, that includes all of you. You were my friends. You were my my confidants, man. You were my go-to homies. But you kind of turned your back on me, and so that sucks. Because we could still get along. For instance, Witsit and I get along. We're able to talk. We're able to, he doesn't yell at me. He doesn't call me names. He doesn't say I'm a sellout. He doesn't say that I sold out and that I must be working with the government or anything like that. No, he knows me. So people can have different opinions and still get along. That's the way life should work. But you guys all turned into, what's her name? Shelley Lewis, who's just like, oh, he's been a plant the whole time. And they work for, Axion or something, and they're going to go to jail. And I mean, it's just ridiculous that you would think that. It just tells me that your minds aren't in the right place. That's all. At all. All right. We love you guys. We're heading out of here. I remind you, please do your own research. When you do, you'll never again believe that you can't tell the shape of the ground by looking in the sky. You can. Please tell Dave Weiss. He is a piece of garbage. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dave, your app is leaking data. Okay. My address was leaked because of your app. Okay. So please, why don't you care about the people that have put that money in your pocket and just go pay, like you told somebody you paid $20,000? You didn't. We found out you didn't. So can you just go pay somebody some money to fix it? Maybe you have to not take a vacation next year. Oh man, that'd suck. You don't get to spend a month in Puerto Rico? Man, kind of sounds like my life. Till next time, guys, I love you. Peace. That's the wrong song. 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 Wrong song. Wrong song. Wrong song. Try it again. Till next time. Peace.
Tick tock, the clock counts away. Jaren is about to improve your day. That's what he do when he performing at the highest. You'll be telling all your friends about how he is the flyest. Get hype, get up, time to learn something new. 5 minutes left, so do what you gotta do. Grab a drink, text a homie, smash the like, share the show. It's almost time that he goes live from the studio. Ooh, you feel that energy rising? Nothing but the truth, we are never compromising. Open your mind, let's take a ride. Jaren's almost here and the crowd's electrified. Lights down low, crowd tuned in. Truth unlocked, let the show begin. Red pill, take a no, fake a no shill. Jaren ain't no sellout, he always keeping it real. Was fact that was whack, it was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Barristers by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. Always honest, and sometimes right. He's seen the lies and he fought the fight. Now he's on a mission here to flip the game. While he's been growing, you're remaining the same. Looking for the best, you got the place right. Home court advantage from Mr. Friday Night. Always push forward, leave the lies behind. Dig a little deeper and see what you can find. He's been around, he's seen it all. 10 years of flat back to that ball. Share the show, smash the like. Ooh, Jared's on tonight. Ooh, open up your eyes. Pay attention to the size. Earth's too big to see the curve. Eyes up here, you got some nerve. Was flat, but that was black. It was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back. Now I gotta shake the hate. That research by bad guys with bad intentions, built with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground. Just look up in the sky. Grab your drink, take a seat. Let one knuckles to this beat. You will laugh, you will cry to find the truth, expose the lies. It's not flat, now it's clear. He was wrong for hella years. He just could not come to grips with living on the sphere. Secret tricks, I ain't blind. Truth over hype, I stay prime. Think for myself, vocal sign. Do what's right, never fall in line. Skeptic minded, I break through. No brainwash, just straight truth. Fast talk, don't make facts real. Show receipts, so there's no deal. So buckle up, buckle in. The show is about to begin. Time to face facts. You know the earth, it ain't flat. Once you go flat, only the cool go back. Was flat, but that was black. It was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back. Now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, built with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground. Just look up in the sky. He's a man who admits his mistakes. The mother little boy just saying T if he was fake. Waiting on the man, myth, legend, and host of the show. The show's about to start. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!